Sorry, Twitch should be good, and then YouTube should be live right now. So.
Yep, there's YouTube. We're ready.
Cool. All right, sweet. Ready? 3, 2, 1. We're on the overlays. So yo guys, what's up? Tajoma here. We're not starting the tournament yet. Me and Maddie, we're just chilling, saying hi to you guys as we get started for the tournament. If anybody has any questions, feel free to let me know. We are letting the chat kind of trickle through. We do want to have the tournament to start on time, but again, Maddie, this isn't the official start. But what's up, brother? How you doing, dude?
Yo, what's going on, man? I'm excited. I'm actually pumped today. Big shout out to Taj for running the stream over the last few days. Yesterday was incredible. You guys did such a good job, and I had a great time watching it. But I'm excited today. I'm gonna get in here. We're gonna cast. I'm not a caster, but I'm gonna try my best. You know what I mean?
No, for sure, for sure. And what's super dope? We're also gonna do sound checks. So, chats, can you guys let us know if Maddie is good, if I'm too loud, if the background volume is good? Because right now this is not the official part. We're just chilling. Saying hi to you guys, warming up you guys. So kind of like a pre-show, like like NFL, they do like the pre-show. So let us know in the chat. So.
Yep. Yeah, just hanging out for now. I'm actually really excited. If you want, we can go through some of the
oh sure, yeah.
Some of the decks, some
cool.
of the data.
Yeah.
I was crunching it all last night. I actually pulled up a notepad. I forgot to mention this,
nice.
But I put in I put up a notepad and I actually put down a lot of what I consider to be interesting data.
For sure. So right now I have the metagame open. Is that the page that you're looking at right now? The metagame, or is that
you can go. You can do meta. You can even pull up. You can even pull up the standings. Cool. Whatever you
Sweet.
Think,
yeah. Cool. Yeah. Again, Cooley 7-0 with Flareon. That's super sick. Luchin also going live too with the Guzzlord. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up the judges and see which match we can probably cover first. But then you can just talk to the stream and chill while I see which one we can kind of cover, because we do have the top cut open already, which it should be. The brackets should be live. Yeah. So the brackets are open. So.
Is the bracket there?
Yeah. So if you go to standings top cut day 2, this should be the brackets that we're working with. So.
There it is. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'll have the page open for like people to watch too. You know what I mean? So like if they my face is in the way, I do apologize, but yeah.
All right. I'll ping everybody. Let them know to hop into these Cs. Yeah. So Cooley, the #1 seed, playing Flareon. Really interesting deck. A couple of days ago, I actually made a video on the channel talking about Jolteon and Flareon. It went undefeated at a recent, previous tournament, and coincidentally goes undefeated in the first day of our tournament as well. I do think it's a really strong deck. Now, the difference with that list was that it was playing one copy of Leafeon in place of Pokemon Communication. So it's actually a Leafeon deck, a Flareon deck, and a Jolteon deck all put together, which is kind of crazy, but makes a lot of sense. If we ever really get into that list, he's getting a bye in the first round because technically he doesn't have an opponent because he's the #1 seed. But in the second round, I would like to tune into his match because I definitely have some stuff to talk about.
Cool. So Cooley round 2 for sure. We'll just make sure that Lampbot covers that. And then also, did you want to do I love this meta, or would you like to do Kadra? Like, what would you want to do for round 1? Kadra is running the Decidueye against Lazomaster, running the Arceus Pichu, which is actually pretty scary.
Could be. That's a good one. So there's the thing with the Snorlax deck, with the I love meta, the 9-seeded player. I was looking through the data. There was actually, I believe, like 10 Snorlax players this tournament, or 9 of them. Basically Snorlax combined throughout this entire tournament was 1-5 against Giratina Darkrai. Which coincidentally, the Snorlax player in top cut here is being paired up against Giratina Darkrai round 1. So I would actually be curious to watch that matchup because. Yeah,
sure. So why don't we call that then? So what's cool, guys? This is again the top cut series. It's basically, guys, life on the lines for all these players, right? What time is it right now? It is 11 o'clock. Players are trickling through. We'll give them a couple more minutes, Maddie. But I think what I'll do is I think we will push through I love this meta to be our first match of the top 64. Chats, what do you guys think? You guys excited? I think I love this meta is definitely a people's favorite. Yesterday they were everyone was popping off on I love this meta. So and also what's funny is that we don't know who that is. For all we know, guys, it could just be Maddie on an alt account, and we can see the YouTube title. I secretly joined my own tournament, right? So he's probably recording right now, guys. Again, we're gonna be seeing it, right? Again, we wouldn't throw that past Maddie, right? So I don't know who this person is, but they're playing super well, and yeah, it's really exciting to see. So But I think, yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll have those, have that person be the, or that'll be the first matchup. And if it does end, we'll try to find another top 64. But what's super cool about Top Cut and Swiss, or Top Cut versus Swiss rounds is that everybody is playing and we know exactly who we can cast up next. We can basically go, boom, we want this guy, we want that guy. So what's super cool is that Maddie and the team, also you guys, we are going to try to find unique decks, kind of more like funner decks. Because yes, we could just cover again Suicune Greninja. We totally could just cover that. Suicune Greninja. Like literally, guys, there's 6 matches right here on the screen showing you like just Suicune versus Greninja in the mirror. But we're trying to give you guys more of just different matches to see because we'll probably see a Suicune Greninja in the top cut, right? So,
Yeah.
But I'm setting that up. I think we're good to go. Let's find them in the streaming VC.
Yeah, do you remember which
So I don't know I Love's
Discord name?
Meta's Discord name. So I'm gonna see if oh, can you look that up actually? Oh wait, does it show the Discord name or no? I don't think it does, right?
Let me see if he has it put in. I can search.
And then also
I
there
love
is Lazo Master too. I can try to find as well.
So I believe it's Luffy in Discord.
Okay.
But, right
oh, it's
below us.
Luffy. Okay, cool. So we're gonna go into a streaming channel. Do you see him up top?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I already deafened him, and then we're gonna join his room. So cool, sweet. I'm also gonna mute him just in case too. So nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So now we're gonna pop out the stream, and then that's what we're gonna be casting from. So yeah, but Maddie, this is it. We're in the caster's chair, brothers. So,
we're in.
yeah, we're in.
Let's
it to
go.
win
I'm
it.
excited.
Yeah. So I am gonna be editing the deck list right now on the screen. Right now we just see the top 64. But where is all the lists that I had? Shoot. Okay, but yeah, while I'm setting this up, anything cool about Jacko Kind? Here's the Jacko Kind's deck list. I'll post it in our secret chat. So anything you see uniquely off of that deck list from Jacko Kind, or is it kind of like a typical, Dark Tina deck? So
Yeah, let me pull this up.
yeah, for sure.
Let's take a look. So Giratina Darkrai. Yeah, I would say most Giratina Darkrai decks are,
Pretty
fairly
similar
standard.
now. Pretty similar. It's actually a standard.
Yeah, not a lot of variants. The things I look for right now in Giratina Darkrai are the quantities of Pokemon Center ladies, typically, for
big.
the Oricorio matchups. In this list, I see, one Pokemon Center lady. One Giant Cape is going to be kind of important, I would say, against the Snorlax matchup here in the Darkrai matchup. 2 Rocky Helmet, 1 Repel, 1 Guzma could make a little bit of sense. I think that the reason why this matchup is tough is just because Snorlax, its ability can kind of negate a lot of the damage that comes from the Nightmare Aura ping. So once Snorlax comes into the active, you're kind of forced to bring up a Pokemon attack and then hope that they don't flip heads and break out of sleep and then just KO you, because after that, it can be a little bit tricky. But
so really quick, I believe we are ready to go. Should we push all the matches through? I think we're good to go. We have our match here. Do we start? Do you guys want to start the tournament? Do you want to ping the judges? I think we're good, Maddie.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and let everybody know.
Cool. Sweet. Yeah, I think we're good because we, as the caster side, we do have our match queued up and ready to rock. So if the players want to do start their matches, I think this is a good time. We're also gonna segue into the intro, but really quick, YouTube chat. Cole, what's up, brother? Is Maddie's volume good? Is the music volume good? Because after this, guys, we're not chilling. This is gonna be straight raw pocket mads, analytic casting. You're gonna see it evolve. This is gonna be the mega form pocket mads. Guys, write this down. Make it a meme. Again, we're gonna give them the mega caster stone. So I feel like yeah. So again, I think we're good though, right? Volume sound seems good. Twitch, I think we're good, right? So maybe
I think everybody says we're good.
I'm being just nitpicky. No, I can raise them up. Let's see. Because guys, this is technically not the official.
We haven't begun yet.
Yeah. I mean, we're live, but we're just chilling, right? So
yeah.
Maddie, do a little mic check. Hello, testing.
Mic check. 1 2. Testing.
Good. I think we're
good.
Too loud, too soft. Audio's Gucci. Okay, cool. Okay. Also, guys, we aren't not gonna be. I mean, Maddie could definitely. I'm a little loud. Okay, sorry. I tend to be a little bit loud anyway. So also, guys, I will not be focusing on chat. If Maddie, if you want to talk to your chat too, feel free. But again, this is the tournament, so super stoked. So if Maddie's not talking to you guys, don't be like, oh, he's ignoring me, blah blah blah. We're focusing on the matches, right? So, Maddie, are we good to go? I think that are the players starting to play and starting to.
I don't think they're in the game yet, but I think that they're communicating.
Cool.
I think they're probably about to start playing.
So Maddie, I think this is a great segue into this. We're gonna this is the official. You can put like the little thumbnail like official start. So ready? Okay. Music might be a little too loud. Okay, shoot, hold on. Gosh. Okay. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Okay. Think we're good? Okay, cool. All right, so Maddie, in 3, 2, 1. What's up, guys? Tajima here. This is the official start of the Pocket Mads tournament number 2, again, with an insane prize pool from 5 family. Again, my name is Tajima. I'll be your caster, but again, co-casting me, the analytical legend, the myth, the man, the one you're all here for is Pocket Mads. We're on the Pocket Mads Twitch channel as well as YouTube. Pocket Mads, Maddie, how's it going, brother?
What's going on, man? Hey, thanks for having me. Listen, Taj absolutely did incredible day 1. He is the official caster of our new weekly series here. This is the second tournament we've ever done, but now we're doing them, you know, hopefully on a weekly basis. And Taj here, he was kind enough to, you know, join the team. So today I'm lucky enough to be on the stream. I'm not, you know, I guess I would say like a real caster, but I am, of course, you know, an avid fan of Pokemon Pocket. So I might be able to give some input on stuff. I'm just excited for the competition. It's going to be a lot of fun today. And I'm excited for this first game. I really am.
So what's super cool, Maddie, is that, again, if you guys are living on the rock, again, Pocket Mads, he does some of the most insane up-to-date meta content on YouTube and on Twitch. So if you guys are looking to blast through Master Ball, if you guys are looking to get through the ranks. Also, Luffy is having some issues, Maddie. We can try to see what that's going on in the Discord. His stream did close, but we'll kind of pop it out and see. Again, Pocket Mads, if you guys have not subscribed yet to the YouTube channel, if you haven't followed on Twitch, again, absolutely insane of a mad lad. Great content overall. And again, he will at some point, we'll do some more like shameless plugs, but like, hey, something big coming up next week. I think the biggest thing right now is that next week we will be doing another tournament too. So if you guys enjoyed this time, also if you guys missed this tournament this time around, it's all good. So right now we're just waiting for our players to get set up with their live streams and stuff like that. And also, Maddie, if this one doesn't work, we can always jump to somebody else.
I'm talking to him right now in Limitless. He was awaiting confirmation.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So I just let him know.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And also, guys, keep in mind, round ones are always weird because people are checking in. Also, for a lot of players, this is their first tournament. So again, shout outs to Pocket Mads for making this, again, a platform for players to start getting into, again, the tournament route, because guess what, guys? Pocket has some sort of meta. And speaking of meta, there is a 7-0 deck that somebody put on their YouTube channel, and it is rocking it out from Cooley. But again, I think so, Maddie, I think you might know a thing or two about the meta if somebody's navigating a deck that you just covered and they're 7-0 in your tournament. Now, again, maybe, I don't know, check the PayPal, right? But again, you covering that just shows how well of an analyst you are, and I'm super excited to be casting with you, brother. So,
yeah,
okay.
I mean, listen,
yeah.
Flareon is a deck
go ahead.
that can always go undefeated. You know what I mean? Like, there's never, it can always happen like that. For sure.
No, for sure.
So hold on. So Luffy, Luffy he had to restart his I think his Discord, so he's hopping right back in.
Cool. Okay, cool.
Jaco is streaming, so we can hop into maybe his.
Okay. And then where are they? What was their name?
He's down below. Jaco Kind or Jacko Kind. He's a little bit far down, but we can hop into his because he is streaming.
Okay, cool, sweet. And that's the opponent's POV, right? Okay, sweet. Let me deafen him, and then let me mute him, and then we can head down. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Perfect.
Alrighty, sweet. Okay, cool. So guys, again, round one usually does take a little bit of issues. People are starting when to go, but I think the judges did say everybody's good to go, right? So, let me see.
All right, we got it settled. I'm ready. Cool. I'm excited.
Cool. Let me see. Maddie, let me ping you a message really quick.
Sure.
Okay, sweet. So guys, we actually have Jacko Kind's POV. Again, this is going to be the Dark Tina player, and that's what's cool about everybody sharing their POVs, right? So super stoked for this. Again, we're just waiting for the players to pop it out. Oh, they have found each other. So Maddie, this is top 64 of your tournament here again. Now all these players have battled through the Swiss rounds. This is super exciting. We're gonna wait until both players set up. Also, we're not gonna tell them what we see on the hand side of Jackalkind. But super excited. Both players are about to get set up. Maddie, again, this is round 1, top 64 of your tournament. And again, excited to be casting this with you, brother. So we did pop it out. So to start off, we do have the Darkrai on the side of Jackalkind here. He is going second, so he does get the energy ad, but also the Magby in I Love This Meta, allowing that Fiery Toss to go and add an energy to something, hopefully other than the baby here, Maddie, right? So.
Yeah, definitely. So going second here for Darkrai is pretty important. So Snorlax is not going to be able to attack for 2 more turns, realistically. But we're going to be able to get the damage ping here off onto the Magby. And we don't have a Cyrus in hand. The red is interesting. No Pokeball or any other Pokemon for the Giratina Darkrai player here, Jake or Jack. So it's going to be a little bit tough. Without another Pokemon, this Snorlax is probably going to be pretty confident in the active spot. Just when you're playing Giratina Darkrai, you always want to get multiple Pokemon on the bench, especially against Snorlax, because it can be a difficult matchup when he comes in and starts swinging for 130 if we don't have like a second Pokemon on the bench. It can be tricky.
No, for sure. Now it's exciting to see is that I don't know how this I still don't understand how this Snorlax deck works. It doesn't make any sense to me. But now seeing how this works, seeing the Mantike, seeing the Magby just feed big boy Snorlax, like just feeding him as if he's a Snorlax Pokemon, right? So again, the Darkrai chip, it is just chipping down babies, and then there's a Pokeball there. But then now Snorlax can just start ripping by next turn. We do see the Giratina getting dropped down for Jackalkind there. Cape does get added.
This is actually really big.
Yeah, I don't also know if there's not enough gas for Jackalkind, though, because Snorlax is going to start bopping for 130s, right?
He is, yeah, exactly. So we have a couple of turns to Broken Space Bellow, but like I said, that Snorlax comes in next turn if he has a Giovanni or a red. If he is able to KO the Darkrai here, it's basically going to be the game. That's the real big upside to Snorlax, is that it's very difficult to 1-hit KO as the Giratina Darkrai player. With the baby Pokemon, it can get set up on your second or third turn, and missing that Giratina on turn 1 is pretty important because it's a turn behind on energies, and that's your primary attacking option.
Now, if you're Jackalkind, I believe you just go face. I think you just basically retreat the Mantike. There's really nothing else you can you're kind of worried about. Or sorry, yeah, if you're I Love This Meta, pardon. If you're I Love This Meta, now he does run a red, which could pop off here. It does not. But again, 130 damage. Darkrai does not like that either. So so.
Yeah, and he's going to heal 20, so that damage is completely nullified. That's the big upside to Snorlax, is it completely like counterplays the whole Nightmare Aura pings. That extra damage really does come in clutch always when you're playing Darkrai, except of course in the Snorlax matchup. So we do have the Cyrus, which is actually relatively important because what we can do here is theoretically take a KO on the baby Pokemon, but at the same vein, you might want to get that extra damage off on the Snorlax. But the Giant Cape means that even with the red in hand, even if Giratina was able to get an attack off in 2 turns, which it can't because you're playing Dark Energies, this Snorlax is literally going to carry this entire game. At this point, there's basically nothing that Jack can do. Just really tricky. And again, that's why I believe Snorlax is just absolutely dominant here in the Giratina Darkrai matchup. Did I say? I might have said they were 1-5. But they might be 5-1. Hold on, let me refer to the data. I don't want to get that wrong.
We gotta look at the data. Now, here's the crazy part.
5-1 versus Darktina.
5-1. There it is. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Now,
I know I had it swapped. So yeah, he's okay.
No, funny thing is though, what happens if I Love Meta doesn't have the PCL? I mean, I guess you could wake up and coin flip, but it's crazy how they don't care about getting put to sleep, and I feel like that. Yeah, go ahead. So.
No, you're exactly right. The thing is, the sleep procs twice, so you flip 2 coins theoretically. So as we see, it's really like a 25% chance to break or to stay into sleep.
Right.
So even if you don't have PCL, it probably will happen regardless. Getting the damage off there is definitely an interesting play. But he breaks out. He's gonna KO the Darkrai, and then now there's just nothing. There really isn't anything that you can do here. I think that unless. Yeah, and he's just gonna break out, and that's what the matchup is. I think that's why Snorlax is 5-1 this tournament against Giratina Darkrai. Just a really specific sort of hard counter there.
Also, pause for any of our. No, wait, you still can get poison though too, right? Poison and sleep still procs they still stack on each other, right? So you can still poison and sleep. I was gonna say like it's like VGC
Yeah.
where oh, if he's asleep he can't be poisoned or paralyzed, but in TCG it does stack. So also the chip from Darkrai.
Yeah.
He's basically
That's-
a normal type Giratina. Oh my god, dude. The way that these players think of this nonsense from Relaxo EX, like.
So theoretically, if we do see maybe a healing card come down and he flips tails a couple of times, then there is actually still a chance here, theoretically. So the top deck is Repel, so we might be able to research into a potion, theoretically. That's, I think, basically our only hope right now, in the hope that he flips tails again. Basically, that's kind of where we're at. The Cyrus is still in hand, so, you know, if we do deal with the Snorlax, we can kind of get around. Maybe if, you know, we could top deck a Darkrai later on at this point. But I don't know if he's played Potion yet. I don't believe he has. He's gonna hold the attachment. He actually might Cyrus here. The Cyrus play is very interesting. I don't know. I don't know exactly what Cyrusing here does. But okay, all right. That was an interesting match. For me, I would have played the research and then hoped to draw into like a potion so you could survive for another turn. Maybe he already had played the potion. Maybe he just isn't playing potion. Although I think he. Is he playing a potion?
They actually aren't.
No,
according
actually,
to their deck list, they're not.
Okay.
Also too, I feel like sometimes when you brick really hard, or not brick, but it's kind of like when you face something like that. I feel like I love this meta. It's a crazy deck combo, and it's kind of like that's their strategy to start off with, right? But again, if you're Jacko kind of being a little tilted there, right? Like, damn, he got double babies. We pinged both of them, all the coin flips, right? So I think
in fact, you would actually rather, I think, go first if you're playing Snorlax, because it's a 4 energy attack cost and not a 3. So you can get 1 on turn 1, get 2 on turn 3, and then attach, or on turn 2 and then turn 3, you know, just attach, right? So going first is theoretically actually better for the Snorlax player, especially if you lead the baby Pokemon. Yeah, I would say if Giratina Darkrai doesn't get a bunch of Pokemon down on the bench to maybe build up a Darkrai and a Giratina while just kind of having a throwaway Pokemon in the active spot, which would require 3 different Pokemon basically on that first turn, you're going to be at a pretty distinct disadvantage. Or you got to get lucky on the coin flips. That's really what the matchup comes down to. Snorlax, 6-1 or 5-1 so far this tournament against Giratina Darkrai, but 1-6 against Suicune. So a very volatile matchup spread for Snorlax. Very interesting data. I don't know if that carries over throughout this entire season, but in this tournament, very volatile, very good against Giratina Darkrai, but very poor into Suicune. So a pretty fortunate matchup, I would say, in round 1 for you know, the Snorlax player here.
Yeah, no, it's super crazy too. Also, no Pokeballs from I Love This Meta. So pretty much drawing to all the babies that they need. Now, it's
they
super
play
cool
a lot of Pokemon, but
is also, if you guys are wondering why we're hiding the screen, this is for all the newer players, is that, one, we don't want to share the code because somebody could just troll and join in the matchup, because again, Pokemon TCG Pocket doesn't really have an online ranking private battles in that sense. So or like an actual official kind of like screen share, right? So we did hide that match. Also, we don't want to show what Pokemon they're starting with in case somebody is stream sniping or like watching the screen, because again, starting off with X Pokemon versus X Pokemon could give you the slightest of advantages, right? But we also trust the community, but just letting you guys know, like, oh, why is the screen closed, etc., etc. That's the reason why we did it. So, but we do see the Darkrai getting the energy added to itself, and we do see the Bellow from the Giratina. This is probably the best foot forward Jakokine can have against this army of babies. But keep in mind, now Darkrai is getting the energies from this Mantike. A silver is popped here. We'll see the hand. A lot of babies here. A lot of babies.
Yeah, that's not a useful silver. That giant cape on Darkrai can come in handy, but because you know, Luffy went first, that means that this Darkrai can attack on turn 2. So that's important, right? If he went second, that Darkrai would have been ready to swing on turn 2. So a little bit of a lucky break, I would say, right here for Jake. But is it Jake or Jack? Do we know?
I'm just saying Jakokine. I think that's
Jakokine, okay.
And again, chat, remember, streamers can't read, so if we mispronounce it, we do apologize. What's super cool about Pocket is that it's an international game, so there's a lot of, again...
This is really big, by the way. That Cyrus in hand right now is really big. We can actually take the KO, take an early prize, as well as just sort of pass. And unless he has a red in hand, which I don't know if he does, that it's Luffy, that is, this Darkrai can't actually KO the active Darkrai this turn. Not only that, but the Rocky Helmet is on the active Darkrai. Giratina can bellow for a couple more turns. It's actually looking pretty good right now, coincidentally, for Jakokine. A very unique start.
Yeah, and then
very unique start.
very unique start, right? Also, so here's the big key players, and I think this is what separates a lot of players like me that play Dark Tina, which I'm terrible at it. Every time I play Dark Tina, I get double Dark Rise, double Giratina. But like the time to bellow and the time to attack, I think a lot of players tend to opt to get their Giratina online with the bellow. Because keep in mind, guys, once you bellow, you actually lose you end your turn. So my question to you is this, Maddie: do you think that he's going to just bellow one more time, or be aggressive and take the KO here?
Nah, you never take the KO. There's never a reason to attack here. The way you win this matchup, theoretically, although now you have Repel, so and Sabrina, which maybe you do attack coincidentally, but I wouldn't personally. Just because you have Rocky Helmet on the active, you'd rather be able to attack with Giratina this turn. In fact, what I would have done to play around the Giant Cape there was actually just doubled up on Giratina and then just not even pinged. But since we do have Repel and Sabrina in hand, the ping here isn't a bad play, but I would have actually doubled up on Giratina. That way, maybe if he does KO the Darkrai, we can top deck a Pokeball Darkrai, ping to it, and then get that 150 damage off with Darkrai next turn. But I don't think any of that really matters. I'm just nitpicking right now. This is a completely correct play. He didn't attack, which is good. At the end of the day, if you bellow here, you're totally fine. Because with the Rocky Helmet, see, there's the Giant Cape. Okay, never mind. Listen, there's the Giant Cape. Okay, so this is important. I'm telling you, because now what he can do is go in, KO the Darkrai, right? And now we basically have to top deck red in order to be able to KO this Darkrai this turn. So yeah, I would have doubled up on Giratina there, coincidentally, which is crazy. But anyway, I'm nitpicking. You never really know. He might top deck the red anyway. But yeah, that Giant Cape, very clutch, because now even with the Rocky Helmet damage, he's living an attack from Giratina next turn. And if he goes ahead and attacks and doesn't take the KO, then he's probably going to get revenge KO because of the damage he's taking, right? So it's a very interesting scenario here. Let's see what Jacko top decks.
Also, Jacko also does run a Guzma here, so Guzma will also.
Okay, that's true.
Oh.
Yeah, that's really tough. That's really tough. So I think we can attack. We literally can't. We could Sabrina. But he's just going to go into a baby, and that's just not going to help. So now what we're literally forced to do is just attach and bellow. If we attack, the game's over. So the game might be over regardless, quite frankly, if he has a red in hand or a Giovanni, which he might. Now, again, we didn't know the top deck, but theoretically speaking, you could have top decked a Pokeball or another Darkrai. So if you had doubled up on Giratina there, you could have played around the Giant Cape, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So you got the ping this turn. But, he ended up top decking PCL anyway. So after he takes an attack, if he lives, he can PCL, and then maybe it'll work from there, right? Very unfortunate though. The Giant Cape is super clutch. No hand disruption for Jacko there. So the cards piled up in Luffy's hand, and just nothing. Just wasn't really able to do anything this turn. So yeah, he's gonna have to bellow.
Yeah,
hope he doesn't have it.
That's why it's taking so long to do something. So.
Yeah, he's got. I love this meta though. He's playing like Giovanni and red in his deck. So when we don't see it, we see the PCL, which is actually really crazy. It does effectively the same thing here, though, because now even with a Darkrai ping, the game is effectively over. So probably gonna be GG here, unless maybe we drop top deck a Pokemon. Okay, actually though, we have Leaf in hand, so this is absolutely incredible. We can actually pivot here. And now win the game because we have Leaf in hand and we just top decked a Pokemon. So he can attach the Darkrai ping here, manually retreat, and then bellow, and then Leaf next turn come in and take the KO. Absolutely insane stuff here. But I would PCL the active this turn. But
here's the thing. Does he see this play, right? Now, that's the one thing, Maddie, you see the line here, but does our player see? Because it's a difficult line to see, right? But again, also, this is top 64. These players definitely know the game in and out, right? A lot of these players are.
Yeah, they can't hear us, by the way. They can't hear us.
Yeah. So,
I'm backseat gaming. That's how I cast.
I mean, that's the thing is, right? Basically, what we do as casters, this is what I say, is that one, we entertain the community when we can as much as possible, but two, kind of seeing the insights of why certain players do certain things, and show them the lines like, hey, it could be like this, hey, it could be that. But also, that's what I do. Again, Maddie, you're smoking it. Again, it's you're absolutely insane. Now, also check this out. This is big here too. Now you have to go through like a Pichu or something else. Yeah. Oh, they have Repel. Yeah, that's true.
We have Repel, so it's basically just GG here. We can actually.
Oh, and then chip and ping. Yeah.
Because if he brings the Mantike, we KO'd. If you bring in the other ones, then we just attach retreat. So it's basically a lock here. Yeah. The game is effectively over. Crazy. Yeah. I mean, the thing about Giratina Darkrai, Taj, is that you're playing so many useful cards in the deck. There's so many different combinations that it just ends up being one of the most consistent decks ever. Because no matter really what you draw, you kind of have something to do. Very unique, you know what I mean? Oh, okay. So he pings the active here. I mean, it's an interesting. Not what I would have done personally, but yeah, I think he realized it. Okay. It's okay. That's all right,
guys.
That's
guys,
fine.
again, this is Pocket. Sometimes there's misplays. In a sense, right? Like it was a really thin line, super thin line to see. So we will see how Jacko does come out through this. And again, nothing's wrong.
My bad.
No. Nothing's wrong with the play. So we will see what Jacko does to kind of.
Yeah, listen, I'm not playing. I'm watching. Okay, so what I would do is maybe not. Listen, it might seem like a misplay. It's tough. Like I'm not. You guys got to realize you're in a tournament right now. It's the first game of the day. You just played a long day yesterday. Yep. It's nerves. Yeah, listen, you're on stream. It happens all of the time, right? It's easy for me to be here watching to say what I would do, but. I know that if I was playing in the tournament and there's the red, that's going to be the GG. Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a really, really tough. It's a tough thing. He did have game in hand. No guarantee that in game 3 he would have been nearly as fortunate. Again, we didn't even see Snorlax this game.
Red does come out. Yeah, unfortunate.
Yeah, that's going to be it. That's going to be it.
So
he could have forced the game 3, but listen, it's tough. It's a tough one.
Yeah. So guys, ladies and gentlemen, Eyeless Meta taking again Jacko out. Going on to top 32. So we do have Cooley's match next. We could have them. We could have them push through, and I say we do that to follow the trend. Or do you want to try to find another 64 match? I say we go with Cooley, and then let all the other players kind of play through while we're casting that and see how that goes. Is that the vibe?
Yeah, we can hop into Cooley. We'll hop in there, and then after the Cooley match, maybe we can hop into something.
Well, and then we can analyze and see, right? Okay, cool, great. Okay, cool. So guys, we're gonna be setting up for the next. Where is Cooley?
Let me give him a ping here.
Either or.
So he's playing Subro. Sobro. Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one, right?
Ooh,
so this
is good. Yeah.
Yeah, this is Tapu Koko Pikachu. I actually didn't note this, right? So, actually, I would say kind of a tough matchup, round 1, or technically round 2 for Cooley, who was our #1 seed going into this tournament. His deck list pretty uniquely built against, countering a lot of the top decks of the metagame. But here in round 2, he's going to be going up against Pikachu and Tapu Koko, which is, not what I would really classify as like a popular meta deck. And this Flareon, Leafeon, Jolteon deck list definitely not necessarily built for this matchup. We'll have to see how it goes. I'm actually extremely curious to see how this
right
now
plays out. On the screen for the viewers, I am showing the deck list of Cooley's right now. Okay. So wait, is Cooley's running the Leafeon EX?
Yeah, so
it's the
basically
one. Oh yeah. Or sorry, it's the yeah. Okay, go ahead. Break it down while I get the list. So
yeah, so he's got he's basically swapped out the Genetic Apex Flareon for Genetic Apex Jolteon, the non-EX, which in its own right has some advantages. It's a 2 energy attack cost instead of a 3 energy attack cost. That actually does matter. Going first, you can attack on your second turn. Very unique there. Also hitting for weakness on the water Pokemon like Suicune and Greninja. Very useful in that matchup. Flareon itself is strong into Giratina Darkrai. But the other versions of this deck that I had covered on my YouTube channel was playing, instead of that Leafeon EX, was playing one Pokemon Communications. Now, the Leafeon EX is interesting because it is kind of a direct hard counter to things like Guzzlord specifically, which I do kind of like. Now, it again, there's a lot of different moving pieces for this deck list, but theoretically, this Flareon, Jolteon, Leafeon, this EV box toolbox deck has something for basically every one of the top 3 decks in the metagame right now. A very, very unique deck list. Still a bit of a high roll deck. There's coin flips. It's Flareon. Definitely a bit RNG, but I'm really curious to see how it plays into Tapu Koko in Pikachu here. Definitely not a matchup that you would expect to hit, right, if you were this Flareon player, but nonetheless, I'm actually really excited.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's gonna be a good one.
So I would say let's tell the judges that players can start their next. Or like if they have their bracket up, because some people might be playing because let's see where we're at in the standings, right? So because chat, what we're trying to do here is we're trying to just push players that say if their opponent is ready to go, they can, because we're just trying to cover all the matches. So there might be some people pushing from top 64 to top 32 all the way to 16 because their matches are lined up, right? So let's take a look here at the so right now, this is the page that everybody's looking at on the screen here. I posted it in our little chat there. So, so yeah, do you think we should push through, like, again, I love this meta, Terra, Krups? You know what I mean?
One sec. I'm just messaging Subaru right now. I'm gonna try to get him into the VC.
Cool. Cooley or Sobro as well too. So,
get him in here.
because I say
sometimes players, they haven't streamed before, right?
No,
So
for sure, for sure. So I would say this, right? This is for the judges and for Maddie too, right? So I say we let the players play, right? And then they wait their next one. And then we grab Cooley and then we grab one of the top 16s and then they continue playing, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So I think that's...
I mean, I'm cool with anything. I think they should be getting in here like really soon.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting to see because I am communicating with them on Limitless. So.
Cool. Unless, is there a match that you see here? I don't really think so, right? From top 32. A lot of Suicune Greninja.
Yeah, let me.
There's
let
a
me
Charizard.
tune in here.
But cool. For now, guys, we'll be covering against Cooley versus Sobro. So, cool, sweet, nice. So one of them should be coming into the Discord, and everybody is. They do have to stream their matches. So we'll be waiting for that.
Oh, yep. Subaru has joined in, so
Cool.
we can
Nice.
join him down there. He's at the bottom.
Nice. Okay, cool.
In the bottom VC.
So I will see you in. Okay, cool. I'll see you in there. Nice. Okay. So we're gonna.
Yes, are you
Oh, go
mobile
ahead.
or desktop?
Oh, he's helping Sobro. Okay. Maddie, let's head into another room really quick. So.
Okay. Yeah, no problem.
We'll go back to the casters table. Okay. Cool. Sweet. So, like Red, again, one of our judges helping out people to cast their games. Really excited for that. Guys, keep in mind, this is a tournament for a lot of new players, so they don't know how to stream. It is all good. Again, there'll be a little bit of these bumps, but we're super stoked. So why don't we do this? While we're waiting for this to happen, you can continue to talk to either Sobro or Cooley. But what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to bring up the Sobro deck list for the viewers to see. Because I am excited for Pikachu. I think Pikachu EX, it's super weak, but it's still, I'm a big fan of Pika. When its card first came out, I was running with Pachirisu, making sure this Pika EX was wild. But again, it's so weak though at the 120 HP mark. But again, hitting for 150 with 3 energies is absolutely bonkers. So, and it's kind of like a, by the way, once I take out one Pokemon, I just charge up Pika and I can pretty much one-shot anything on your board. That's an EX, right? So I feel like Pika EX, it is in a tough spot right now, but I'm a big believer of Pika, and I hope that people can figure out how to use it. But again, since Giratina does 130, a lot of Pokemon do like the 120 damage, like Suicune and stuff like that, 100 damage with ping. But I still love Pika. Who doesn't love Pika, chat, right? So I hope that somehow we can make Pikachu EX work. Like, maybe there'll be, like, a Giga Chad, like, 2 energies on Lightning Pokemon, you know? Like, I don't know, right? So it's like...
Yeah, the Pikachu Tapu Koko deck is very interesting. What a collective 10 and 5 versus Suicune this tournament, which is good. That was, in my research, that was really the only matchup that it had, like, a really significant win rate against, which I thought really mattered. Now, there were 10 people that played it, and 3 of them made top cut. So it didn't have, like, the greatest day 2 conversion rate, but I think that the players that did make top cut probably got a little bit fortunate, maybe pairing into Suicune, throughout the first phase of the tournament.
But also, too, with your experience, Maddie, right? Picking the deck, too, like, that's part of winning the game. Like, not just playing it, but picking the right deck. So, yes, like, you're not playing meta, but you're choosing to go off meta or kind of like those rogues, I guess you would say. And I don't know the official TCG term, right? But it's, again, just having, like, choosing this deck and realizing, hey, everybody's playing water, so I have that slight type advantage, right? Maddie, where are we at in the, are we still waiting for some peeps? Like, what's the...
I think Subaru's ready to go, so I think we can hop in, and we'll start our top 32, our first game here in top 32.
Okay, cool. I'm going to deafen him, and then I'm going to jump in with him, so... Oh, wait, hopefully Red wasn't talking to himself, sorry. Okay, cool. It's weirdly stretched. I'll figure it out. Okay, cool. Red, you're on the live broadcast. Thank you, brother. We appreciate that. I'm gonna see if I can make this work. So
it is a little stretched, huh?
hopefully
I'm
I
not
can...
sure exactly what's going on there.
Oh wait.
How did this? I don't even know
Yeah.
how this happened.
Where it is so Cooley's not available, right?
I'll ask him.
And
I don't
also,
know how we would fix this. To be honest
also,
with you.
yeah. Also, worst case, just to let the matches go through, we can jump into like Juggernaut or somebody else. Like, you feel me? Like, again, guys, we do want to feature this match, but if we're having some tech issues, we obviously have to kind of move on, right? So, I say let's see. So Wiggler already won. So yeah, Wiggler and then Tomber already went through their match. Prelux versus that. So Juggernaut and Sassy, we can just cover that really quick. It is Flareon versus Suicune, if you're down for that. And I believe Juggernaut is in the Discord. If this isn't working out, do you want to do that? Oh, Cooley's down there. Cooley's down there, but I don't know if they're...
All right, let's see if he gets his screen share going, and then we'll hop in. I did really want to watch Cooley.
Okay, sure.
Again, no guarantee that he makes it through this round. You know what I mean? So that's why
I agree.
This is our #1 seed for the tournament.
Cool.
It's a very unique Flareon deck. I really wanted to
They
showcase
did pop it
itself.
open. Let me deafen them really quick, and let's jump in there. So
let's check.
Hey, let's go. Cool. Cooley's got it.
Okay.
Nice. Cool. Thank you,
right,
Cooley.
beautiful.
Cool. Okay. And then, guys, real quick, thank you, players, guys, again, for a lot of these players. This is a first-time tournament. Stream sharing is really weird, you know what I mean? So thank you guys also, viewers, for your patience. Again, we have a lot of new players that don't know how to screen share at all. I didn't know how.
Yeah.
I didn't know you had to you have to update the Discord app. Like,
the tournament series is new. We got a lot of new players, and it's a good thing, you know? By the time we're, 5, 10, 20 tournaments into the series, all of these players will be pros. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But for now, we're all growing. We're all learning together. Anyway, thank you guys. Like Tosh said, thank you guys for being patient. I'm extremely excited to watch Cooley play. Again, undefeated in Swiss, 7-0, #1 seed, playing Leafeon, Jolteon, and Flareon in his deck list. Very, very unique here. Is going to be playing Pikachu, Zeraora, Tapu Koko, or Oricorio. Just one of probably the matchup that maybe I'm most excited about, Taj. I really am. I have no idea how this is going to go.
Also, Cooley, you can't talk right now, but you guys can start. So go ahead, Cooley, when you're free. I don't have admin chatty, so go ahead. You can start playing your game. Cooley, and good luck. And then so you guys can start jumping in the game right away. So I was
How this is gonna go?
That's okay.
All right. Okay.
It's all good. It's all good. I was just telling them to start because I think they were kind of waiting. So okay, cool, nice. All right. So Maddie, this is again top 32. Cooley versus Sobro, two unique decks. Not Suicune Greninja, not Dark Tina. Not saying anything bad about that meta, but we're gonna see once these two players get their Pokemon started, we can do it. Now, really quick, Maddie, before we get started in this match, who do you think has the advantage here, Cooley or Sobro, in a really quick nutshell?
Well, so it's tough, right? Really, our only non-EX attacker is going to be Jolteon. And that's important because Jolteon, can KO or Oricorio. All you need is 2 coin flips. It could really go either way. That's why I'm curious. I think that this could be a very 50-50 matchup. However, we see super leading Pikachu probably, actually, I would say by far his worst option when it comes to your first Pokemon there in the active spot. So let's see here. Let's see here what Cooley can do. His hand's got a whole bunch of stuff. We do see the Pichu, we see the Eevee. However, he is going first, which is going to limit things, right? The worst start for these Eevee decks is going to be leading Eevee going first. You would rather lead the Pichu going first or just go second in general, right? So both players having, I would say, not the most advantageous start to the game. We'll see how things go from here.
Lampbot's here, nice. Also, Matt, I did give you a little message in the judge chat really quick. So, all right, cool. So we do see the Eevee pop out here. Now does he go find for a friend? No, he does retreat into the Pichu, powering up one of his basic Pokemon. Now, interesting thing, right? So say you're Cooley here. Which Pokemon would you probably want to have in your arsenal fighting this Pichu? Maybe Leafeon EX, or would you want Flareon? I guess maybe not Flareon, but
So if I was Cooley, what would I want right now?
yes.
I would probably want. Well, I have 2 Eevees, so yeah, I would definitely want Flareon, and then probably a Jolteon is what I would want. You know, the Flareon's going to be able to one-hit KO Tapu Koko or Pikachu, and then of course, if the Oricorio does come down, what we're going to want is a Jolteon at some point.
But the downside is if any EX does come up against Pika, which is pretty wild, that's not Flareon, because Flareon can't attack if Cooley does have Flareon, he still can't attack Pika, and then now Pika can come in with 150. So kind of a scary spot. Maybe you send out Baby Jolteon, but then also if you send out Baby Jolteon, oh god,
that's what I mean. We need the Jolteon has to come in at some point. So, you know, the Pichu's in the active.
Oh, the red card.
Oh,
ooh,
yeah, that's crazy. That I mean, that could be really tough here, just depending on whatever Cooley draws into.
Well,
again, the evolution Pokemon are going to be
yeah.
They just drew him.
Yeah,
okay,
so it was
so
revealed, so we can talk about that. Yeah. So it was revealed, so we did see the Jolteon there.
I'm new to casting. Okay, I don't know.
No, you're good. You're good. It's more of just like for the if somebody's stream sniping, blah blah blah. I mean, you can see some of the cards anyway.
No,
so yeah. But
of course,
so
when they draw right because they come like right in the front.
Opted to go for the Cragly here instead of sending out Jolteon. I kind of like this play here because you're kind of like. Because Pika,
yeah, what's he gonna do next turn, right?
Right.
He could E-switch, attack, and then discard all of his energy. Pikachu discards all of the energies when it attacks, right? So that's really the main downside to Pikachu. It really is why you don't want it in the active spot early, is just because you want it to end the game, because the game is probably over after you attack anyway.
Yes, right.
So I think that's correct. I think the Crackley's correct again. Yeah, go ahead.
No, Maddie. I just realized Sobro's running double silver.
Double silver is interesting.
Double silver, double red card. Wait, what is this guy on? Is he playing like Yu-Gi-Oh! Hand Disruption? Wait. The silver. Wait. What is this? What?
I love it. In this matchup, it probably actually won't matter that much. The reds are theoretically really important to most matchups, but here, red is never actually going to be important. So, to be honest, silver's not going to be super big. We do see the Jolteon come in here, so now it's time to flip some coins and see just really where this goes. This is kind of what the matchup oftentimes comes down to.
Let's go gambling.
And again, let's go gambling. It's a trade-off, right? So yes, it's not guaranteed that we KO the Oricorio like Flareon would be, but it's a 2 energy attack cost instead of a 3, right? Which theoretically is a lot more easy to get going. So we see 1 heads. Okay, so there you go. He misses the KO. Now he is going to live the attack from Oricorio, so it's really not the end of the world here. The Pikachu has 0 energies. We're basically guaranteed to KO Oricorio next turn, and we do have the Flareon on the bench. So theoretically speaking, the coin flips there really didn't matter. I would be more worried if we flipped 0, but all he needs next turn, barring any healing cards that come down, which I don't believe.
Sobro does not have any healing cards. Yeah.
So I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it probably doesn't matter that much. The Zero Aura is important here because that means that Oricorio can attack and then Zero Aura can attack. So it matters a little bit more now, but I still feel pretty confident in Cooley's ability to carry on through the rest of this game.
But if Sobro also gets his second Pom-Pom Bird, then that's going to change the storyline completely. That's going to be a reality-changing Oricorio. So I like the waiting from Sobro here, kind of just figuring out what he has to do here, what he has to see. An energy is added to the backline Zera. A retreat, too. Does he actually have the E-switch now, the elemental switch, to bring out that energy? He does. So now Jolteon has to go through two of these mons. Yeah,
that's a really big play. So now he can theoretically 2-hit KO the Jolteon. And now we do have Eevee back, though, which is important, right? So all we have to do is flip 2 heads. It is a 50. It's actually better than a 50-50 chance theoretically because you can flip 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4. So we have a 3 out of 5 chance of KOing this turn. However, the Oricorio will KO us after regardless, right? So we do play only 1 Jolteon on the deck.
There is no energies on Oricorios in the backline. So if Jolteon,
that's a good point.
Is he going for Flareon?
So, yeah.
Why mess around? Why mess around, Maddie, when you just can basically just burn it to a crisp, and then now no energies on anything in the backline here.
It's a little bit of a sketchy play. I'm not gonna lie, just because now technically you can get targeted with a Cyrus unless we are able to heal up this Flareon later in the game. So that's the only downside to doing this play here, but we are guaranteeing the KO, which at this point in time in the game might be more valuable than, you know, potentially getting Cyrus up and getting KO'd by the Pikachu later on, right? So definitely a sort of a give and take type of thing here. So he's definitely going to just bring up the Oricorio, and then, you know, we start attacking into the Pikachu. He's got a really big hand. We can assume he probably does just have Cyrus. If not, he's confident he'll draw into it. Of course, yes, we can EV bag up and heal this Flareon, which is probably why he made this play. But if we retreat manually here, then, you know, that Flareon comes down to really 0 energies, right? So it's a really interesting scenario. We either heal up here and attack, or because we're safe next turn regardless, right? Because he can't get a 3rd energy onto Pikachu. So yeah, it's really not a bad play. Let's see here. The silver comes down. Again, the silvers don't really matter in the matchup because all he's going to grab is either a research or a red. But our opponent's just going to play the research if he has them, right? So the silver's really not going to matter at all. I mean, it does theoretically in the sense that he's putting the card back into the deck, so it's, you know, he's increasing the odds of him drawing something that he doesn't want, right? But yeah, the Pikachu player, like I said, really just going to be able to wait in a really interesting way. But so can the Flareon player, right? And especially, oh, he does go for the Combust. Okay, that's a little bit sketchy. So he's unable to full heal. He's actually going to Combust with Bolt, so he's just going full YOLO here.
I mean, I think that's the play too, right? Because if you look at kind of like Soulpro's deck, there is no like backline disruption, right? Oh, actually, no, there is a double Cyrus. I apologize. This deck, like seeing like
he's got
the twos. Yeah, okay, I apologize. Scratch that. I think full YOLO is the way to go here because you knock out the Oricorio, you're going to be against Pikachu with only 2 energies next turn. So
right. And so that's why, like, it was a little bit sketchy to do that first Combust, but then again, if you didn't, you couldn't have attacked with Jolteon this turn. So it really just comes down to, you know, yeah. So he gets the KO, but then, like I said, I mean, he's got 5 cards in hand. Subaru does, and this Pikachu, yeah, okay.
It's short 1 energy. Short 1 energy. Yeah. So
right, he's short 1 energy. Yeah, exactly. So he's in a good spot. Like, I think this was still the correct play. You know, we don't have E-Cord or anything like that, right? Being aggressive means that, you know, we were kind of guaranteed to get the KO here. Although if another Oricorio came down at any point in time,
yes, 100%,
then it, you know, would have been a little bit sketchy. But no, this is correct. You know what I mean? It's correct. Just because of Subaru being behind on the energies, you definitely want to be aggressive here. When you play against an Oricorio deck, if you play passively, then you can get punished a lot, right? A big advantage is being aggressive and sort of outpacing them, right?
Yeah, and again, it's interesting too right now. This is also something that, Maddie, I'm sure you're going to talk about eventually, or something I want to get your input on, is playing aggressive game 1 and 2 because, you feel me, right? So, like, now Cooley can definitely be a lot more aggressive in game 1 as well, or sorry, in game 2, because this seems like he is going to win this next match. So, Cooley can make more of these aggressive plays, but also there's players' playstyles, right? I feel like some players just like to just go YOLO. I do anyway. I love the Gamba, you know, like, oh, I just need 3 heads. I got this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I will go for it versus like the, versus kind of like the more safer line, right? But that's just how I play because I like to play it. And so.
No, for sure. The screen is like honestly really small for me, so it's kind of hard to see exactly like what's going on at the board, like all the little details. But
oh, for sure.
Yeah, but no, like, because he was behind on energies this turn, like, it really was important to go and be aggressive there. I know I was talking about the Cyrus stuff, but I think he understood that no matter what, this Pikachu wasn't going to be able to attack in 2 turns, and that if he was able to KO with Jolteon, then the game was over. So he took that gamble, and I think it was probably the smart play here, right? So game 1 goes to Flareon. Jolteon continues to be undefeated, at least right now. We'll go into game 2, and we'll see if you know, if he can make it happen. I'm excited. So, I really am. Not only because I covered this deck on my channel a couple days ago, but I think it's actually, I think it's really good. Like, people, I think, initially saw the Jolteon and they were like, this is just a worse version of, you know, normal Flareon, but it's really not, right? Like, the coin flip stuff just doesn't matter that much in most scenarios. Like, yes, like sometimes the way I look at it is sometimes you're going to flip 0 heads, sometimes you're going to flip 1 heads, and that might cost you the game. But sometimes, like, what you're able to do is go into Jolteon and then, you know, EV bag, flip 4 heads, and then want to KO a Guzzlord, and then you win, right? So there's some advantages to that. Also, the 2 energy attack cost is really, really important. It's a lot more important than you might think, because if you do go second, it means that you can actually attack with Jolteon turn 2, and even if Jolteon gets KO'd, you can still go into Flareon potentially on turn 3, which is a nice little 1-1-2 prize mat there, which works out really well. I think I'm curious to see maybe how Leafeon gets used later in the tournament, if at all. This matchup, of course, it's probably not that useful. But anyway, I'm on a tangent. I love this stuff.
No. Again, guys, this is Maddie. This is the reason why we love watching you. You're a great content creator because of all the analytical data that you love, and the passion is there, right? But we are going to get into your match 2 here, top 32, right? We have the Pichu start for Cooley, which I think is pretty good. They did go second, but also going against Tapu Koko, very aggressive. So again,
this is a great start. Yeah. An incredible start. Pichu in the active going second is double EV now. This is incredible. I mean, I don't know what else is in his hand potentially, but
we do know.
Having this, do we know? Well, I don't know. I can't. I don't know the rules. Okay, Taj?
We do know, but
I'm just gonna not say it. I'm just gonna not say it because I don't want to divulge information. Either way, whatever's in his hand here, I feel very, very confident because Tapu Koko only does 20 damage, right, with that first attack. So it's actually one of the more weaker Pokemon leading off against a baby Pokemon just because you can't KO it, right, even with that 1 energy attack cost, right? So regardless of what, Cooley draws into, he's got, something ready to go second turn, right? And if that is a Flareon, it's just going to be GG. You know what I mean?
Also, too, really quick, guys, breaking news, I did hear that I Love This Meta did go down to a Suicune Greninja, but also that's kind of the worst matchup for them. But also, Maddie, there is some. We do have our possible top 16 match. If you want to check in the chat, while I cover the rest of the match, etc. etc. So we do see the Flareon come out now, which is absolutely insane because Sobro does not have any ways of amping their HP, and then the Fire Spin or the 130 attack from Flareon EX just knocks it out. So.
Yeah, GG. Yeah, so again, this matchup can really go 2 different ways. Having seen it in practice, I would say that Flareon, of course, exceptionally advantageous into Tapu Koko, into Pikachu, being able to KO. Because it hits hard, but it's also fast-paced. And the only thing that can really slow down Flareon here, it would be an Oricorio. And in this game here, well, I guess we see one right now, but without an Oricorio in the active early, in this game, it really did showcase, I think, how this matchup can be pretty one-sided, honestly. But I guess looking at this current board state, 2 Oricorios come down actually is very interesting, Taj, because now we're playing the slow game, right? Now immediately the game comes to a halt. Yep. That KO that we just took, it's kind of over and done with, right? So we're now extremely reliant on a Jolteon at some point to just take the KO. In all honesty, now what we can do is technically find a friend with Eevee to accelerate that process, but it looks like Cooley here, he's going to go into Pichu and then try to get that lightning energy down, which is a smart play to do early.
That's the most important
because
thing,
there's 0 energies on board.
Yep.
Yeah, and you need to get the lightning energy. It's the only way to attack with Jolteon is to utilize Pikachu. So that's definitely sort of a tricky part about the deck, right? If you Pichu early and then you evolve that Pokemon into Leafeon because maybe that's the correct play, then you have to go back into a Pichu to get a second lightning energy to get the Jolteon up, right?
I definitely think that's the priority there, is to get the energy on versus that. So again, Pichu doesn't go down. The board is completely empty on the side of energies for Sobro, but I think he's doing
he's making the correct play here.
To find a friend. Yeah. So
you have to, because I mean you do have two Flareon.
No, I love the fact that he burned red because there's no Pokemon that needs it, because all his Pokemon on the side of Sobro's is 130 HP and less. So it negates, but also, I mean, there is double red card too, right? So so I like getting rid of a card that you don't need.
He's debating the Combust here. I would say you definitely want to hold EV bags for, to full heal up these Flareons, because like I said last match, Subaru is playing 2 double Cyrus, right? So you never want to kind of leave a Flareon on the bench with HP so that it can get Cyrused up and then KO'd by the Pikachu. But that Pikachu's at 0 energies. Again, we're playing the long game now. This Eevee is going to be able to live an attack from Oricorio. And as we just saw there, Taj, he drew a second Eevee. So again, definitely just playing the slow game here. We really just have to wait for that Jolteon. To be honest with you, it's really not a bad scenario given the board state right here. Subaru's basically forced to stay into Oricorio because he hasn't taken any prize cards. So the red card comes down. That's actually probably going to be useful, I would say, for Cooley here. We see the okay. All right. We can talk about that. Can we not, Taj? We can mention that?
Oh
They
yeah,
saw
no,
that, right?
totally. Yeah. No. Any cards that are drawn on the screen, again, we can cover. So,
So he does Cyrus up the Pichu. So that's one Cyrus down, and he is just gonna KO the Pichu. But as we saw, Taj, he drew into the Jolteon. He got red carded into Jolteon.
Yep. The reality ripping. I call this reality ripping, where like, was there the timeline if the red card was never played, right? So
he top decked the research as well. So I mean, again, I don't know how many researches he had in the deck, but theoretically, he would have been able to draw into those as well. Yeah, here we go. And again, a 3 out of 5 chance to take the KO here. It's fairly likely, but again, you also have to realize that even if he doesn't take the KO, unless he has, he's surviving next turn regardless, right? So,
does he pop EV bag? I feel like popping EV bag would be. Oh, okay.
No, the EV bags actually don't do anything. Let's see. So 1 and 2. All right, GG. All right, there it is.
Oh, right. Sorry, I was thinking of Zera, the 90 HP. Yeah, you're right. Because Oricorio 7.
No, all good. I know the math is weird, right? The multiples of 4.
For sure. Coolly.
Anyway, yeah, dominant though, huh? Dominant matchup there for.
Sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, it's almost like Maddie does know what he's talking about. Isn't it crazy? It's almost like he actually knows the meta, knows the data. It's funny.
I feel validated.
It's funny, like the video that he most recently covered on YouTube. You guys haven't seen it, check it out. Is now 8-0, but also
9-0.
9-0, but also in Maddie's own tournament. Coincidence? No.
Yeah, right.
Coincidence?
So it's funny. I try not to say stuff like that. Of course, there is. It is luck, right? I think it factors into, like, I made a video about this, so people are gonna play, the Jolteon Flareon stuff. You know what I mean? So there's more people playing this deck than there would be, but also, like, I thought it was a good deck. So, there's definitely some luck that this happened. But yeah, no, for anybody that watched that video or saw the deck and didn't believe in it, trust me, it's a very, very quality deck. It's got a little bit of everything. I actually do like the Leafeon. I'm curious to see if it sees play. But it looks like we have sort of our top 16 match ready to go. Yep. Taj.
We gotta go find them in the room. I also have to change the name of.
Let me hop in here. Very, very fun though. I mean, I love watching this deck. Not only do we get the Gamba, we get the coin flips. But we get, it's just a unique deck, and I'm invested in Cooley's run here.
Oh, also, wait, hold on, pause. We do have Wawan too, which is also running a pretty cool deck too. Is that the same one, Wawan?
Let me take a look.
Where are they on them? Oh, no. Well, Wawan is still is match 32. I think we still push.
Yeah, they're in game 3 right now.
Yeah. We can always get them next, unless you. Yeah. Wait, what was Wawan's? No, we'll just keep. We'll stick to the plan. Oho and then Timo, or Timo. So, Oho is running again the Arceus Tapu, which is correct, and then his opponent is running Timo, which is the Flareon.
Also playing Jolteon Flareon. Imagine if Jolteon Flareon won this tournament.
I mean, it could be top cut. They're basically in between the brackets, right? So, okay. So are they in the? Are they in the Discord right now? I don't think they are, right? So,
let me see. I can get into their thing. I'll message him. Looks like we got an admin. We got a tournament judge on communicating currently.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just as long as one of them. But really quick, Maddie, this is top 16. Again, definitely doesn't feel like your first time casting. I think you're a great caster. Chat, how is Maddie doing? I think, again, super analytical. Again, has all the data. It seems like you're having a lot of fun too, huh? Or like, chat, how's he doing, guys? W's in the chat. W's in the chat. So
I just backseat game, and maybe people enjoy it, maybe not. But they can't hear me, so it's fine, I guess, right? Maybe is that what casting is? I don't know. Okay, so he's F Costa Rica.
Cool. Okay, cool.
They're in the streaming VC, so we can hop in here. That is going to be Oho's perspective, and that is the Arceus Tapu Koko player.
Sweet. I'm gonna deafen him really quick before we jump in there, and then we will jump in.
So. He's not playing the Leafeon, so I believe he's playing something in place of it. I don't know exactly what. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. We'll jump in there though right now.
Oh, Sylveon. He's playing one Sylveon. All right, let's hop in.
Cool. All right, cool. So let's see if the match is open. Also, too, are you popping out the whole like image, like popping it out?
Yes, I am.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, for some reason, sometimes it's really small, but this one's like, for example, is good to see.
Oh, okay, okay, cool.
Maybe I'm just doing it wrong, but yeah, I don't. You know.
Yeah, so there's a pop out, kind of like a full screen. If you like click on their, if you click on it, it's next to like the volume button. It'll say stay on top, and then like a pop out. You see that on the Discord?
Yes.
Yeah. So pop it. I think if you pop it out, it's gonna be a lot bigger, like a lot bigger. So
It is. Yeah.
All right, cool,
Yeah.
cool.
A judges has told me that Walman, unfortunately, playing Alolan Executor, flipped tails in a decisive coin flip, and unfortunately has gone down to Charizard. Now, I would love to watch a Charizard potentially coming up here because that's also one of the biggest stories so far this tournament.
I mean, sorry, are you talking about Prelux's Charizard? We could hold that match if you want to.
If you want,
actually,
yeah.
Well, actually, let's see. Would that hold things down too much?
I'll just let the judges know if possible.
Well, no, we can. So what we can do is this: we can have. Well, no. The downside is that we. So here's what we could do. So we can either jump to them right now, because we already kind of seen this match, because it is him versus Karage. Because if we held it, then it'd be 2 16s against each other, right? So I would say let's switch over to Magma Prelux. Is that the one that you're?
Well, I actually do want to watch this matchup as well.
Okay, sure.
But yeah, it's okay. Like, you know, it's not the end of the world if we don't watch the Charizard. To be fair, it is just Charizard after all. Like,
okay, no.
What's interesting about it is that it's just straight Stoke Charizard from Shining Revelry with like Cleffa. So it's not. It doesn't have any way to counter Oricorio. But Charizard theoretically, of course, is a really strong Pokemon into Giratina Darkrai. And it's been also doing well into Suicune. So they kind of hedged their bets, hoping that they didn't hit a single Oricorio, and it's actually worked out for 2 of them that made top 5.
So really quick, we are kind of doing a top 16 right now. Can Cooley and Juggernaut and all the other players start their top 16? I think everybody can, right? Because we're
yes, everyone should be able to.
Cool. All right, cool, sweet. Okay, cool. Judges, if you want to let them know,
yeah, the judges should be watching, so you can just communicate with them.
Okay. Well, there's a little bit delay. Okay, cool. Okay. All right, but guys, this is top 16 here. We have Oho versus Timo. So guys, I'm sorry if I should have let Maddie did the intro on that one, but we do have again Oho running the Arceus and Tapu Koko. So I do like this Arceus matchup as well. But we also do see again Timo running the Jolteon Flareon kind of EV box. So I think EV box is still super solid. It's very, very quick. We are waiting for both players to get their Pokemon down. Even though if I do feel like Timo might start off with, I was going to make a joke saying Timo might start off with an Eevee, but he does have Pichu. So, but
he's going second, right? So
he
should be good, I think, either way, right? That's an important thing to know.
Yep. All right, cool. But yeah, Maddie, here we go. This is top 16 of your Pocket Mads tournament again. This is super exciting, guys. Hope you guys are having a blast on this beautiful Sunday. Let's get into this match here.
I'm having a great time. I'm having a fantastic time. One thing I just thought of is like maybe, if the Oricorio really does become popular in the metagame, you could swap out one of the non-EX EVs for one that does have an attack rather than like the Find a Friend. Just a thought. Anyway, but yeah, one thing to note is that
continuous step.
You continuous step.
Continuous step EV. Let's go.
I don't know if you know the reference, but we don't talk about continuous step EV on the channel. There was one time.
Old lore.
Yeah, that's trust me. Anyway, so Timo is playing Jolteon Flareon, but they're playing Sylveon in place of Leafeon. Does give them a little bit of draw power, but of course it wouldn't necessarily matter in this matchup. But just one thing to note: everything else about the deck is basically, I think, the same.
Now, the issue for Oho right here is, I mean, Bird is, I guess, okay, but you definitely want to have another Pokemon in front, like a Tapu Koko, or even like a Pichu, right, to kind of get started. Even a Zera first turn one would be better than a Bird.
Yeah, you need the Pichu. You have to have the Pichu, or else you literally can't do anything against the Oricorio. Again, only the Oricorio. No cards really were played. We researched and then passed. So here comes the Sylveon in the active. I do actually really like the Sylveon. Not only are we drawing some cards here, but it's just a Pokemon with a lot of HP. We see the Pokeball come down. Maybe that could be the Pichu here. We can attach, retreat, get an energy in the discard pile, which is always good. And there it is. So again, we don't know what's in Timo's hand there, but theoretically speaking, in a world where he does have Jolteon, this could be a pretty dominant, early game performance. But I think we're going to see a very similar sort of game to last game here. But I think what's a little bit different is that well, actually, we're playing Arceus in this deck. So the Arceus is an interesting one because, with red and Arceus, it can KO Flareon pretty consistently. I would say it's actually better than Pikachu because you can use it early without the theoretical downside of being out all of your energies. But the Giant Kick comes down on the Oricorio, which, again, technically doesn't really matter. Well, it could actually matter against Jolteon, but if he has an Eevee bag, then it doesn't really matter. But second Oricorio comes down and Tapu Koko, so all of the Pokemon are coming down now for Oho. In a Pichu as well.
Ooh. I feel like
we KO the Pichu here always.
I know, but like, do we want a spot for Arceus? I mean, yeah, you only have one, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess you are right. I think you're reliant on the double Oricorio here. I think that's the strategy.
No, double Oricorio for sure. But again, I think he dropped all the single bonds all at the same time, right? I feel like double Oricorio.
He just put them all down.
Yeah. So I feel like double Oricorio.
He's got it. He's got it, Taj. Let's see. Gamma comes in. Here we go. No other Eevees though, right? So I mean, theoretically, we could get unlucky here, but I know Eevee bag came down, but we flipped 3 heads anyway. So yeah, that's gonna be effectively the game. Now it's not actually because you can go into Pichu and attach to Corio this turn, and then theoretically want to KO the Jolteon, right? And that puts you in a good spot because then you still have an Oricorio, but then Repel does come into play later in the game, and this Tapu Koko can kind of play with a lot of pace. So this game is not near. Oh, he actually goes into Koko to just attack first off, which is interesting.
I mean, again,
I don't mind this play because you have Cyrus, right?
Yeah,
you probably have Cyrus in the deck, so
right.
Yeah.
And also his opponent needs. Team also needs 3 heads. Not saying that they just did that, but
well, he needs 3 in an Eevee bag. So let's see. So the Eevee comes down here. Definitely, you can attach to that. But now the thing is here.
Oh God, Flareon.
The reason I don't love this play is because now Tapu Koko can take damage, which potentially, although Flareon doesn't play Cyrus in their deck, so it really doesn't matter, right?
What's it called? Yeah. So
there's the red. Yeah. So let's see.
Oh yeah.
If he goes double Eevee bag, okay. Let's see. He flipped 3 before. Okay, he gets 2, so that's not the KO, but yeah, okay. So that is
wait, but now Bite Eevee just KOs.
Yeah, but you don't have Cyrus, so he's just gonna retreat. Oh no, you're right. That's a great point, actually.
Oho does have a cape.
That's actually a great point
in the deck, but oh no, it's already used. Yeah.
He's showing us the hand here.
Yeah,
okay.
showing us the hand. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, that's a great point. So Flareon doesn't play Cyrus, but he either doesn't KO here, it goes into a different Pokemon. That's why I would have gone. Again, this is why I would have gone into Pichu. I'm not trying to tell him how to play.
No,
again, he can't hear me anyway. But not one KOing here is a little bit tough because now you're in a scenario where he did flip coins and now you're into a KO range, right? So it's a little bit awkward here. We do have an E-switch though, so keep in mind, you could make a play.
There's some
you could
pivot
retreat, E-switch into something. Yeah, we could pivot here. The tricky part though is that we are already down in Oricorio, so that's the real downside. Him going into Oricorio here is kind of needed, and then you just have to bank on him not flipping 2 heads, which is it's not the greatest odds in the world. But again,
it's really it's pocket.
People sleep on Jolteon, man. They really, really do. The other thing you have to keep in mind, Taj, is that at any point, if Jolteon just flipped 3 heads there, the game was over, right? Like just like that, So,
my
it's
call
always
right here. Ready for my my one Taj call? It's gonna just be 1 heads here.
You know what the correct play here is though? Actually, is maybe just retreating.
Oh, and then repositioning. Oh yeah, and then Timo doesn't.
But he does have.
Oh, he has 2 Jolteons. Wait.
Oh, he's playing double Jolteon.
Yeah, he's running 2 Jolteons according to his deck.
All right, yeah, there you go.
But so he also needs an electric energy on another Pokemon though if he wants to do that play.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, and he's already down 1 prize. So retreating here is tough because your opponent does play. Of course the Uhu is playing Ohu. He's playing double Cyrus. So retreating here probably isn't that smart. I think you just always go for the Gamba here regardless, and then you have there as you see there the Flareon. If he does draw into a Repel at any point in time, that's also the game. But let's see. So that's 1, and that's 2. So there you go. GG.
What I meant was 1 tails.
Well, so I really do like Jolteon. I really, really do. We've seen it here in the Oricorio a couple of times, which is a good proof of concept. But when you're playing Suicune, it also matters. Like Jolteon can 1-hit KO a Froakie for just 1 heads. Also, like very easy to KO a Suicune with 2 heads, right? If you have red or double Eevee bag. Yeah, it's just an absolutely dominant performance that we've seen so far for Jolteon. And this is actually the second player. Like, this is not the same player that we watched last game. So there's multiple people here now in top 16 really dominating with Jolteon Flareon. And, you know, I go back to my video, you know, that's what I go back to. I'm not trying to plug. I'm not trying to. It's just, you know, like I mentioned it a lot, which is that, you know, yes, you sacrifice some inconsistencies when you're playing Jolteon, but like you're giving yourself so many strong options against really all of the most popular decks in the game. You know what I mean?
I feel like too, like I bet you in other TCGs, there are other coin flip cards that, yes, you're coin flipping, but like just getting one of the heads outweighs the cons. It's like a gamble card that it's gambling, but it's not that bad. You feel me? Like, yes, you could go like just no heads, but
yeah, it most of the time, like, it doesn't even matter, because even if we just get a little bit of damage off, we're fine, yes, right? Yeah. And there's a lot of times where Suicune actually can't even KO Jolteon because it's 90 HP, like, right. You know.
But again,
anyway,
Timo there taking that game one. Whoops, I showed the match. I apologize. Cool. But again, this is match 3, top 16 here. Also, guys, letting you guys know, we will be covering the finals and covering the semifinals. So those are guaranteed 3 matches. You guys will see that will be covered. So, and also, guys, if you guys are curious, why, like, oh, where's the Suicuns? Where's the Darktinas? We're probably going to see a lot of that in the top cut anyway. So we're trying to feature decks that are not quite super meta, because we will probably see a Suicune Greninja or a Dark Rhytina in one of the top 4s, if not top cuts. So, that's the reason why we're trying to choose these decks over some of your favorite players, but because we'll be seeing it for sure in the finals, or at least the semifinals as well.
Yes. And just an update from the judges. So one of the Charizard players is down 0-1 right now to Giratina Darkrai. But there is a second Charizard still in the tournament waiting for his top 16 matchup, so we could potentially sneak in and watch that one as well, Taj. I'll keep you updated.
Is that a 16 match?
It will be a top 16 match, yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
we can just run it that really
top
quick.
32.
Sure.
Yeah, I think that side of the bracket may be moving a little bit slower, but anyway,
it's Luchin running Guzzlord, and Guzzlord takes a really long time. So.
Yeah.
All right, cool. But yeah, let's get into this match here. Match 2. We are on the POV side of Uhu, and we do see the Arceus now. I think Arceus is super solid. I like Arceus with Darkrai more, but
this is super good.
Yeah,
really good.
But it's weird
really good into
because
Silvally. I know that's not what's happening now, but just randomly, I'll just say that.
Yeah. Well, what's weird though is that people are running Arceus despite people running Suicune. You know, I think that's kind of a weird, like, Suicune likes bench, Arceus loves bench too, so it's kind of like a. Yeah. I don't care if I fill up my bench, but I'm gonna hit you for 130 plus. So now we do see the Jolteon probably coming out here, which is, again, that's probably the play for Timo. He does run 2 Jolteons. Flareon also comes well, so he can actually add the energy to the backline Flareon EX.
So this is what I was saying. So now we go turn 2 Jolteon and we can go turn 3 Flareon because we went second. Right, that's the big advantage.
And also one shots the baby if it was only 1 heads. If it was only a 1 heads, it would 1 shot. Yeah, Jolteon Pin Missile, guys.
Go, man. I'm telling you, it's huge. Okay, so yeah, one of the Charizard players moving on to top 16. So the judges are holding that match, Taj, if you want to go ahead and watch it. Is this a top 16 right now?
This is a top 16 match, correct. So
yeah. Do you want me to just tell him to keep playing, or
I mean, for time's sake? So here's a cool one, Maddie. I'm having a blast. We are on good pace. It's only been an hour in the match, or on the tournament too. So if you want to just cover an extra one, because I feel like a lot of the decks right now are fast versus like Guzzlord, or Sylveon, Espeon. Like, remember those days where it was like heal. So we could cover that extra match if you want to. And then I believe that's going to be what? Who is that? Who are the players? I don't have the.
He's playing Luchin, which is going to be Guzzlord, I think. So the Guzzlord moved on. That's going to be a tricky one. For sure, I'm actually interested in that. Theoretically,
also too, Luchin is a streamer too. I don't know if he's live right now. He is live. We could cover it. Yeah. Okay. Why don't we do that? So we'll have them hold it, and then we'll go from there. So tell the judges to hold it, and then we can cover it. I believe. It might slow the pace down a little bit, but I'm having a blast, and it gives coverage for your community.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the other Charizard is 1-1, so we might be able to catch him in top 8 as well. So if he wins, do you want to maybe just tell that top 16 Charizard match to move on, and then we
so have them hold, and then if again the other Charizard wins, then we can be like, oh, by the way, JK, let's push. So and just let them know hold, but you guys might play later. We'll let you know when to start. Just tell them we'll let you know when to start. Yeah, cool. So
anyway, as we see that Jolteon actually opting to retreat for the Flareon here to KO, which is interesting because now it forces this Arceus player to have a basic and red to KO this full HP Flareon, and that might not happen. And again, if our opponent is forced to go into Oricorio and stall, that Jolteon still has a lightning energy. And, you know, the Jolteon player, I mean, Teemo literally just really commanding a presence here. Now, this Arceus does have Giant Cape, though, Taj. So the Arceus in the active is actually safe in its own right. So kind of being forced to come into this and just attack regardless for 110. We're not taking the KO, but probably not getting KO'd either, right, at 160 HP. But very sketchy in general. The Jolteon on the bench, you know, Oricorio not, or Arceus not taking the actual KO this turn on the Flareon probably means that... it's looking pretty good for Teemo, who's already up on 1-0 here. So let's see.
Also, too, I was looking at the at Oho's deck. They run a Giovanni, which does hit the 140 benchmark, which again is Suicune, right? But no red, because 150 is kind of a weird spot.
Yes,
again,
Flareon 150 is legit. We do see the red here. Hold on, does he have red EV bag?
EV bag?
It looks like he does. That's kind of crazy.
I mean, that's the only reason why, right? So.
Yeah, that's a little bit. That's crazy if he has. He doesn't. Okay, just the red.
I mean, you have the Jolteon again ready to rock.
Yeah,
so
you play the red here regardless. There's no reason not to.
Yeah.
Oh, the Tapu Koko top deck.
Oh, retreat into it and attack.
Really interesting. Yeah, so we can retreat. Yeah, and we can actually take the KO and have a high HP Pokemon here, and not maybe be as worried. Yeah. So playing that red that turn actually ended up being a misplay crazily. In hindsight, right? Obviously not a misplay at the time, but
right.
Yeah, you might want that red for this turn to you know, KO with three heads, because now the thing with Jolteon is that you have to flip 4 heads to KO this Tapu Koko without damage modification. So yeah, really great turn of events here.
Yeah. So I mean, but he could EV bag it, right? Because
he can EV bag, yeah.
So yeah, so as long as he gets one.
But we know he doesn't have it. We know he doesn't have it because he would have played it last turn to take the KO, right? So maybe he top decks it.
He's in top deck it now,
but he's forced to go. Maybe he top decks Repel. Maybe he has Repel in hand. You never know, right?
Oh, which would be a lot.
Repel would make this. Yeah, definitely. And again, no Pokemon on the board that have more than, you know, X amount of HP. So we do see the red.
Oh, the double red. Okay, he has a second red. Yes.
All right. Let's see here.
Let's go, Gavlin.
3, I think. Oh my gosh! The Jolteons. They
Coincidence?
Can't be stopped. The pit missiles are insane. That's crazy. That's actually crazy that happened.
Wow.
But you know, that's Jolteon for you, man. That's Jolteon for you. It's just a very, very powerful card. I mean, to be fair, the Tapu Koko top deck there was incredible. I mean, that was like best case scenario. But yeah, absolutely crazy. Shout out to Cole for all of the channel gifteds there on the YouTube. Big shout out to Red. But anyway, dominant 2-0 win there again, another 2-0 stomp against Oricorio for Jolteon there. So if anybody was curious,
not entertained.
Yeah, if anybody was questioning the validity of the Jolteon into Oricorio and the possible inconsistencies of it, as we see there, just incredibly, you know, incredibly powerful. Well, let's get word from the judges here, Tosh, because I want to see.
Yeah. So let's do Lucian's Twitch. Is that cool if we go from the Guzzlord's POV? Lucian also does stream on Twitch. That's gonna be the Charizard match if you're cool with that.
Yeah.
So we'll just pop out his.
Tune into his Twitch.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. So we'll just pop out his Twitch. So I'm gonna close the Discord. And then we just do that. So let me give you his link really quick. Right. So
I'm actually really excited. Yeah, throw me his link.
Yep.
So this is going to be Charizard. This is the first Charizard that we're going to be showcasing here in our top cut bracket. Now, what I'm really excited about is just the prospect of Charizard being a viable option potentially in the current metagame. Specifically, I'm watching an ad right now, by the way.
Really quick, are you in his channel, like ready to go?
I'm on his Twitch currently.
You have I have an ad right now. Do you have an ad right now too?
I also have.
Cool. No, it's all good. It's all good.
Support Lucian and watch his ad.
Yeah. Let's do it. We're actually just farming ads right now for other content creators. So
all good.
Okay, let's I believe we are good to go. So should the judges let him start? I think that's the.
Yeah, they can go ahead and play.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let them know to start. I am gonna switch over the. I'm gonna switch over the decks again. This is also still. Yeah, this is still top 16.
Still top 16.
But then other players can start playing too, right? So we can just. Yeah, okay. Okay, let me grab. And then, guys, this is Luchin's side. Luchin is also a content creator as well, too. I'm sure you guys know him. Again, a solid player, has hit top ranks, has won tournaments, so
Okay. Awesome.
excited to support. Oops. Oh, I'm ready to switch over. It's fine. Okay, I'm ready to switch over. It's fine. Excited to like see some of our, I guess you could say like our locals, like the homies, right? So because guys, we are all one community, and it is nice to support here and there. So.
Definitely.
But yeah, we're not watching the POV side of the Charizard, so.
Stitch Kid 29 from Twitch chat says hi Tosh.
Hi. I'm not looking at chat right now. I gotta get these overlays popping.
He's I had to relay the message. Tosh is very busy. He's running the show here. I'm just here talking about the game.
Nah, you just gave me the keys. Dude, that's
so.
it. You just gave me the keys, and I'm just doing my thing. So.
Yeah, so again, about Charizard.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, the match is kicking off right now, by the way.
Yep. Oh, he's even hiding his whole, like, draw. That's going to be crazy. Okay, cool. So we really aren't going to know, like, the starts and anything. So that's...
Yeah, his game is in the center, right? So that should be good for you.
Yep.
To put on the screen. Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about Charizard, right? So for anybody who curious, this is there was 2 of these Charizard players that made... top cut. This is literally just straight Stoke Charizard with Cleffa. Absolutely no, additional cards there. Nothing to counter or Choreo. Just an absolutely, just a straight line strategy, which is actually interesting because Charizard inherently is strong into Giratina, Darkrai, and possibly Suicune being able to take KOs pretty easily. But again, the issue with Charizard always has been that it's difficult to counterplay or Choreo and includes cards in your deck. So players now kind of choosing just not to, which
Why
is...
Why is Luchin screwing up his thing? Hold on, let me tell you.
I think he's trying to center it. I think he's trying to center it
for sure.
But yeah, it's all good. Anyway, okay, so he's going to completely hide his hand, which is good.
No, I mean, we're hiding the hand anyway, too, but I guess it's hard for us to see his bench.
Okay, so he's hiding it when he draws too. I love it. I love the competitive aspect here.
But yeah, good. Continue. Yeah, we might have to go for Dreams POV next time if possible.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell him though. So go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So we see the Celesteela in the active spot. Double Charmanders come down right here for Magma, and the Cleffa as well. So the cool thing about Charizard and Cleffa is that Cleffa has free retreat. So as we see here, you can actually attach to Charmander, retreat into Cleffa, and that actually doesn't matter really at all, because all you need is the 1 energy on the turn that you're stoking with Charizard, right? So that's the interesting sort of advantage that Charizard has above really anything else in the game, is that you don't need any energies when you bring it in. It's very unique in that aspect, because no matter what, you gain 3 energies and then attach, right? So you can bring it in at 0 energies and you're still going to attack on the following turn, and I think that's definitely really, really cool. And the Cleffa just kind of works with that. Again, traditionally Charizard saw play with like Flareon and Sylveon as the draw engine, but also as the opportunity, since you were playing Eevees, to play Pokemon that can KO or Choreo. But I do like the Cleffa. I really do. Cleffa, just a really, really strong card that I don't think really saw the light of play for quite some time, and I think it works really, really well in this Charizard deck. Again, if you're not hitting Oricorios, it's a really difficult deck to match up against. It is. And Guzzlord now, traditionally though, and that's the interesting part that I'm curious about this match, is that Guzzlord historically has a winning matchup in a Charizard just because of the energy discards and the high HP amount, right? So I'll be really interested to see how this pans out. However, what we're seeing here is double dark energies on the active Celesteela. So I don't know, I can't even see his board here, or his bench. I don't even know if he has Guzzlord on the bench, but
so it looks like he doesn't, because he has energies on it. You know what I mean? So it would be that. We're gonna try to see if we can grab Dreams POV.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
So
I understand why he's doing this, right?
100%.
He doesn't want people to
1000%. Yeah. So
spectator mode would be ideal if we could get that. Yes, for
right,
sure.
Right.
Maybe in the anniversary update. No Naganadel or Nihilego. That's right, in the Guzzlord deck. Most Guzzlords right now aren't playing the alternate attacking options. They're playing what I consider to be like a control Guzzlord deck, which is mainly, again, just focused on Guzzlord energy discards and being strong in the active spot without any Pokemon on the bench, which specifically is good against Suicune, right? Things like Naganadel, Nihilego, not necessarily good cards into Suicune because they have, it increases the damage that Suicune does, but also they have Irida and stuff, so that the fast-paced damage doesn't always really work out very well. But anyway.
So Guzzlord does come out. Let's see if Luchin does decide to show more. Let me see if I can make this a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I got rid of the hand hide, but I think he's really just not showing his board. So we're gonna try to grab what's called next turn. Yeah, I mean, in chat, like nothing's wrong with this in a sense. It's a little hard to cast. And also too, we get to see the full-fledged match of
and the Charizard comes down.
Yeah. So at least we get to see the Charizard POV, which is good, right? So,
yeah. So I think the Charizard player, so he's actually not playing any copies of Red in the deck, which. Right. Again, really hedging his bets into the Guzzlord matchup, right? So literally no option to one-hit KO the Guzzlord.
You do need Red. I feel like Charizard needs Red, especially if Guzzlord's running around, because he hit for 170, right? So
yeah, he's playing the Guzma, but again, Guzma only helps in the decks that are playing, Giant Cape, right?
Yeah.
I always played Red in Charizard and not Guzma for that. Well, actually, I always played Guzma and not Red in Charizard for that reason. But Guzzlord being popular in the metagame right now, I would say that Red is probably going to be equally as good. Obviously, better into Guzzlord. But he's playing Guzma in place of the Red in the deck. He does play 2 Lily and a Giant Cape. He can stoke and he can stoke and he can stoke. But theoretically, never going to be able to one-hit KO that Guzzlord, and that theoretically could come to bite him, right, at some point.
Yeah. Now, I do believe, if I was thinking my math right, I think Luchin does have... We are going to grab Dreams POV next time for sure. Next match. We're getting a judge on that right now. So I believe that Luchin probably has 2 energies on Guzzlord in the backline. What's super cool about this deck, guys, is that Guzzlord, it's pretty simple to know the backline. There's no second Guzzlord that we know of. Pokeball does come out. Now, I think if I was Luchin here, I'd probably... I guess
did he retreat?
He Ultra Thrustered. So
right.
But that's one energy down. So
2 energies.
Yeah. So now, but then now the Charizard can still hit.
Can still attack.
Yeah. Because of the added energy beforehand, right? So.
Oh, he's adjusting.
Hey, let's go. Cool. And Luchin knows. That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like Luchin. He knows.
Okay.
So.
It's all good.
Yeah.
No disrespect or anything. He's also playing like an ultra thin.
Yeah. Well, and guys too. This is the how do I say this? Like this is the It's okay if you're not saying tryharding, right? But this is it's a competitive game, right? So nothing's crazy about this guy hiding his hand, whatever, right? So it's this is the level that he's taking it at, so nothing's wrong with that. You feel me?
Yeah, it's up to the player's validity, right? Because most people don't want to delay their stream. So the way around not delaying your stream by a minute or whatever is
just
by
hand hiding or hiding information. So nothing's wrong with it. And again, Luchin is a solid player in the community.
Cooley does make it into top 8, by the way.
Yeah.
Our number 1 seed is continuing to be undefeated. So that is an option if we wanted to watch Cooley again. He's playing
cool.
in top 8.
They are also talking in the chat in the judge chat for the next matches. But I think, do you want to switch over to Dreams POV, or should we just follow this one? What do you want to do?
Yeah, whatever you want. I mean, maybe we just wait till this game's over and we'll hop over. Just so.
Okay, cool. Let me grab Yuki then. So
now,
we're guys,
the Guzzlord here.
Yeah.
20 HP.
It's a tough spot for him right now.
Yeah, we don't know if he's got Lusamine in hand. But the interesting thing, though, is that there's no other Guzzlord on the bench, right? So either way, it's in a really tricky... You're just in a really tricky situation. And the Charizard player does run double repel as well. So even after we KO this Guzzlord...
Dude.
Yeah, we can still repel that one Guzzlord, and I think that's probably going to be really, really important here. So let's get right... I'm actually curious. Let me dive right into this match and analyze real quick, because what we're seeing here is the Grindcore to come out here, which again, is not taking the KO, but maybe he can discard more than one energy, that could be really valuable. It's tails. Okay, so that's really important. That's really important because he did split there. So if he does get KO'd, if he has Lucamine in hand, he can KO the Charizard. So that is important. But if this Charizard player, okay, so he's gonna Lily, and that's massive there. So now no matter what, he can take the KO. He can live an attack, and then he can maybe wait to draw into a second Charizard, or if he has Repel in hand, he can just end the game next turn as well.
Right.
Now, so I think leading off with Celesteela here is actually quite poor. Like that was pretty unlucky.
Right. And again, also with 2 energies added to Celesteela as the game was starting, right? So really just like, where's the where's the Pokemon? Where's the Pokeball? But kind of like Giratina Darkrai problems, right? Like, where's my other Avenger, right? So running that kind of 17, 16 trainer Pokemon deck. Really quick, do you want to hold any of the top 8s right now? Or do you want to push them through?
Yeah, I was waiting to see what came in, right?
Cool.
We've already watched Cooley, so
right.
I didn't know if there was.
Do you want to see like Laos or Frog? Because now what's super cool is that we could hold them, but keep in mind we are covering top 4 and top 1. So basically, after this match, we guaranteed to have 3 more matches that we want to cover, right? Which is finals and semis, and then one of the top 8s. So we could hold another top 8 to have 5 matches to cover, but it's up to you. So,
no, I think after this, maybe we just move into a top 8, and then. Okay. From that top 8, we'll go and do the last 3 matches there.
So we'll see
and finals. But
so what's
I
cool
think
is
that we should. Yeah, go ahead.
It's only this top 16 match right here. We'll face Lulubar, running the Dark Tina. Do you want to hold any Cooley or our Lazo Master, Numa?
We've shown a lot of variety at this point. I think I would rather just showcase somebody that we haven't shown before, even if it is like a Suicune or Darkrai player.
Sure.
Mind watching Giratina Darkrai. I don't like actually. I know people get bored of it because it's been. We do see the will come out, by the way.
Good. I think it's really good.
We see the will come out, so this is really his best case. We need to discard 3.
Yeah.
We need to discard 3 here.
Yeah.
And
but Will takes
then,
1 away, right? So.
Yeah, even then though, it's no, you're cooked because you can't even KO next turn anyway. This is probably going to be a dub for the Charizard player. That's 1. That's 2.
Oh,
that's 3.
Wait
4.
a minute. Wait a minute, good sir. And this is why Lucha's matches do take a while here. Basically taking the Charizard down to 1 energy. And that's Pocket Matty. Now we have a ball game. Here.
He's got to chain these together, right? So he's got to keep this momentum. Again, the Repels are going to be somewhere in his deck. He plays 2 copy of Repels. He even plays a second Lily if he draws into that as well. So he can stoke, go back up to 5 this turn. But then what happens there, of course, is that he's going to get Grindcore again, right? So you're going to have to at some point break through. If we see a Lily at any point, or if we just see a Repel or a second Charizard Repel later in the game, right? Because Guzzlord hasn't taken any prizes, right? Now, does the Guzzlord player play any Repel / he does play a Repel. Does he play Sabrina? No. So he might not even be able to ever bring up that Cleffa, which is interesting. So we have to keep that in mind. This could go either way. Guzzlord is a bit of a high roll deck. We just sort of wait and see, It's just about whether or not the coins keep flipping, and the Charizard player here looks like he's really maybe he threw his computer after that. I don't know what's going on. He might have thrown his phone.
Also too, so Maddie.
Lily, okay.
Lily's
big. Yeah,
we're gonna hold Lazo Master and Numa. They are one of the top 8. And then we'll just Numatale, and then we'll let everybody else push through. So
one of the all-timers.
That won't hold up. Yeah, that won't hold up anything. So I feel like we should let the players play.
Sure. Let them in. We're gonna hold everybody at top 4, so you might as well just let them play, so we're not waiting. So we're gonna see another Grindcore here. One thing to mention is that the Celesteela does still have, the 2 energies, but I don't think that really matters, theoretically speaking. But I think again, so what you can do here, theoretically, is that if you have Lucamine, you can play it, and then you can deal 120 to the Charizard. But both Lilies are gone, right? So because he Lilied again this turn, if we Grindcore, we're still not 2 at KOing. So if we do have Lucamine, we're sort of forced to play it to just tank a hit. But then the Charmander KOs. You know what I mean? I'm getting an ad, by the way.
No, I know. Stay here. So we are changing up here. We do see the small screen on the right side. So Super goes out. We're going to be casting. He does add the energy to the Celesteela on the other side. Opts to go for the Grindcore here. Now
Yeah,
again,
you have to. You
Charizard
have
does
to.
have 5 energies, so we need at least one head, at least 2 heads here.
He's
I'd
going to
say.
discard all 5. He's going to
Yeah,
discard
but
all 5 here.
Luchin again getting all the heads here. There's the 1. Ooh, only 1 though. So now again the energy
that's
attach.
GG.
Yeah, coming on. Let's see here. We are back in it.
Yeah, the back-to-back Lily is absolutely incredible here. And the cape
the
for good measure.
cape.
Salt in the wound here. Charizard really holding his own. The research they're definitely just drawing into, I guess, probably a repel, I would imagine. Yeah, so there's a little bit of an RNG in the matchup. The repel comes down anyway. I think that drawing into the lilies is exceedingly important, right? Also, Guzzlord getting off to a bad start. So even though Charizard's performance here in this matchup, this game was very, dominant. What we see realistically in most games is that Guzzlord actually can get the upper hand pretty easily. Everything just sort of went the Charizard player's way here. Again, very important stuff. Not getting Grindcore very early, getting the double lilies down early, getting being able to stay alive, very important, and then of course repel. But yeah, very unfortunate, I would say, for Luchin there to lead off with Celesteela, miss out for a couple turns on Guzzlord, and then of course, and our opponent draws both lilies, right? That's just stuff that you can't really overcome when you're the Guzzlord player. So we'll see how it goes in this next game. But this is actually one of the more interesting and entertaining matchups, actually. What's crazy, Taj, I'm going to go on a tangent, by the way. That's what I do best. If you're even still here, I assume you are.
Yeah, sorry. So you're going to hyperfocus tangent that your camera glitched out. So, but you're back. You're good.
My camera did?
Yeah. You're good. You're good though.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
go ahead. Tangent away, brother. Tangent away.
Like the coin flips, we've seen a lot of coin flips, right, in this tournament so far, in this live stream. But the Pokemon that are flipping those coins, I actually don't mind them. Like back in the day for Pokemon Pocket, you had like Misty and you had, Zapdos, and the coin flips really felt like it made the game not very competitive. But what we're seeing in the game right now are like essential coin flips. They almost sort of like factor into the game in different ways, right? Like Jolteon, yes, you can flip 4 coins and that's crazy sometimes, but you're not always guaranteed, you don't always have to flip those, like all 4 coins, right? You only need 1 or 2 most times. With Guzzlord, right? All you really need is 1, and now we have Will into the game as well. So it's just a weird development of Pokemon Pocket over this past year to see coin flips still important in the metagame, but being utilized from a strategic standpoint, from a game development perspective, that I think is a lot more healthy and a lot more actually like competitively, interesting. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense?
It's not brain dead. So again, I kind of talked about that earlier too, right? Gamble cards that don't feel like a gamble, right? Where you still benefit whether you lose the.
Right.
You're okay. Okay, cool.
They seem reasonable.
Yeah. So it almost like doesn't feel like a coin flip in a sense, right? It's more of like, hey, my attack might do this randomly. It's like a random chance.
Might do nothing.
Yeah. So it's kind of like an attack like that versus, but we do see the Charizard evolution right away from Dreams here. Luchin does have an energy attachment on the Guzzlord, but now we're going to see 3 and more energies added thanks to the Stoke. This is not looking good for Luchin here. Perfect start for Dreams, the Charizard player.
So it really just depends on whether or not we flip more than 1 heads here. Actually, just 1. We'll do it because we went first. But what also matters is whether or not Magma withdraws into these lilies right over these next few turns. We saw last game he had both Lily played at very good times, like he had them at good moments. So there's multiple factors here. I don't know if he's got Will in hand. A Will would be absolutely. I would definitely play the Will here if I had it. Guarantee the 1 energy discard and not to get attacked this turn. We also have Rocky Helmet too, right? So, doing 20 and then our opponent hits us for 20, that brings him down to 140. If we can hit for Grindcore, also Rocky Helmet, like the math can work out. The Rocky Helmet I think actually might matter. So, let's see how this Grindcore pays out. Again, I know I just talked about how Charizard dominated last game, but it can really go either way here. I think this matchup is extremely volatile, depending on just really, how the board states get set up.
Really again, like I love Charizard. Just to toot my own horn, at Pokemon Worlds, I did hit top 6 in there at the first ever Pokemon TCG Pocket Tournament because I was running Charizard EX Sylveon and then also Babysitter Darkrai. So Tyrogue with Darkrai chip with Savali, which is super sick. So my Charizard basically one-shotted all the Guzzlord because I do run red and also all the Sylveon and Espeon players. I literally faced Darkrai Giratina and Sylveon Espeon 5 times in my matches. So that's why I went 7-1, because I literally Charizard just one-shotted everybody with red. Like you said earlier, I think red is very important because Guzma only takes away the cape from Suicune. So,
yeah.
And that's what Charizard does.
Well.
You're just trying to one-shot, right? So,
right. Yeah, that's why I liked, theoretically, Guzma and red are both good. But, you know, because Guzzlord is into the metagame, you know, it's just one of those things. Like, now, Guzzlord isn't nearly as popular as some people might think. Like, I think it was like, you know, less than 10% of the meta share for that overall tournament. We see the second come out. Oh, so I guess, did I miss it there? Did he whiff on the coin flip? He must have, right?
I was also typing into the judge chat as well. So I might have missed it
there. But another Guzzlord comes down, so he can split the energies. This is important. So he can split the energies, and if he has Lusamine plus that Rocky Helmet, he can still take the KO on Charizard next turn. If we don't see a, if we don't see a Lily.
Yeah.
Oh, the potion is also doesn't matter actually. Well, it kind of does because I don't know. It's a weird play. But anyway, yeah, let's see.
I think it's just burning cards. You feel me? Like just
I don't think the potion always got red as well.
Card. There is a red card.
I like the red.
Yeah.
I like the red because now,
Grindcore.
You know, it's really not going to matter, and Charizard now doesn't go up to the full 180, right? So, I mean, why not? Might as well just play right now.
Come on, Luchin. He needs 2 here.
It's tails. Back-to-back tails. So again, he did split the energies on Guzzlord, right? So if we don't see a Lily here, he can still KO. He's still chilling. But yeah, a little bit unfortunate.
Yeah,
there comes the Lily.
There comes the Lily. It is. Yeah.
There it is. Still no other bench Pokemon though, right? So we take the KO, but we go down to 140. The Cleffa does come down. Okay. Which is, I guess, at least a pivot at the very least, right? But Lucamine's going to be really important.
Yeah, as long
he
as
does play one Mars, one red card.
Yeah, if Luchin does get the Lucamine here, but also, like you said, 1 Mars, 1 red card. And that's the... I feel like Mars and red card are the bane of Ultra Beast players because they need to rely on that Lucamine, right? So if they don't get that Lucamine, they can't quite
it's interesting, though,
get those energies.
Because Lucamine is like after you get KO'd, so Mars typically procs after your opponent KOs you. So like it can matter, but a lot of times it actually doesn't end up mattering that much. Because like it's, you know what I mean? It's not often that like you KO and then they KO and then they Mars you. Like it just doesn't always line up very well. But anyway, that's beside the point.
Also, guys, what's super cool is that Maddie's gonna get, guys, by the way, this Pocket Mad tournament, if you guys don't realize, 450 of you guys are watching on YouTube. You guys are absolutely insane. Everybody say hello. There's 71 viewers on the Twitch channel. You guys are absolutely rocking. We have over 500 live people watching this tournament as we speak, as well as the players playing too. So production is actually going to add a little bar on the bottom saying that, by the way, Cooley has never lost a match yet running that Jolteon variant. So no, like no matches, just literally going through and winning it. So there's going to be a little bar saying, by the way, Cooley this, Cooley that. And then we're going to have hidden like messages of like Maddie's like lore about like continuous step Eevee or something. I don't know, but production, get on that. Show the little like pop-up being like, Taj doesn't like pineapple pizza. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but anyway, so again, Cooley, pretty much rocking it through as well. So just a fun fact. Thank you, judges, for letting us know.
Yeah, I assume that Lucamine's still in hand, right? So until Charizard benches another Charmander or something here, unless we see another Lily, then the ability now with that Celesteela to bounce back and forth is pretty important. However, you know, what you got to keep in mind is that, you know, Charizard can KO here, but... you know, it's going to be in range, right? So that second Guzzlord will be able to come in with 120 and take the KO. So if we see a Lily here, it's kind of over. But he only has 2 cards in hand, right? So it's pretty... It's
and also important... these grindcores are not hitting, which is... It's a little rough there.
Also that Guzzlord has 20 HP, I just realized. So a Charmander, and we just saw the Pokeball, we might be kind of in a GG scenario that Charmander is going to be able to kill that Guzzlord, unless we see some healing come down.
There's a PCL, and I don't think that was used yet.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy, dude. Luch knows it. He's like, no way, bro. The fact that he had both Lilies at like early in the game like that, had access to both of them is kind of like best case scenario. Yeah, that's a bit of a high roll there from the Charizard player. It's just so tough. Like Lily is probably one of the most toxic cards in the game. It's just like these stage 2 Pokemon with rare candy can come out so early, and they can stay there for a long time with that 60 HP healing. It's just absolutely crazy.
Yep. Also too, like, it's funny, I do hope for our boy Decidueye to kind of make a comeback or somewhere the grass type stage 2, because Lily plus Erica, even Irida, a lot of grass types are running water just for Irida heals too, right? So
Yeah, I like the Decidueye. I did. I think
It'll
I
make a
think this
comeback.
Charizard sort of. I think the Charizard kind of took the spot. Like I think it's
Yeah.
kind of just like the other version, but it's maybe a little bit better.
Yeah.
In a lot of matchups.
And what's super cool is that, man, I'm sure you can agree. Is that right? First, Lucian's trying to figure out what to do, and I would agree, right? Actually, no, sorry, it's his
Yeah,
opponent. It's his opponent right now. But I think Lucian just kind of has to go for the grind core here. But he also does need a Pokemon Center Lady to heal that
he's got-
backline Guzzlord,
yeah.
right? So
Yeah, double potion and PCL, so he might have it. But the issue here is you can't PCL and Lucamine in the same turn, right? So kind of reliant.
I think he has one energy though. I think he has an energy on it, unless he doesn't.
So yeah, he can grind core this turn.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have to discard a lot of energies here to avoid him. I don't know if he's got the healing either. So I think that's really what this comes down to. We're gonna have to flip a lot of heads, and we're gonna have to draw a lot of our healing cards to make this happen. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes.
Lucian, does he have the heal?
You know, like at any point in time, if he just didn't have any of those lilies, like this game would have been.
No,
so
100%.
one-sided. It's just yeah. The lily completely changes the matchup here. He does have.
I mean, hold on.
Too, right?
He
So
could.
keep in mind.
Wait, I was saying like he could grind core all the energy away.
Right. That's what he has to do here. He has to just flip a bunch of heads.
Well, yeah, like four heads.
Yeah, 3 or 4, I think. Yeah. Wow.
Or
another
not.
tails.
Or
Another one.
or not.
That's brutal.
So, rough for our boy Lucian. So,
Yeah, I mean, but you know, that's the game. That's Pokemon.
No,
That's
that's
Charizard. Charizard's always been a high roll deck. The lilies, yeah. I mean, that matchup's crazy. I think that that matchup is probably not nearly as one-sided as it seemed that game. But when you draw every lily whenever you need them, you know, you're probably gonna have a pretty good time playing Charizard there. Also, it helps that none of your energies got discarded all game.
100%. So now, Maddie, so we are going back to our other broadcast again. That was Lucian again. He was going 8-1 in the tournament, but now knocked out 2 Dreams. Guys, we're actually in our top 8 now, which is absolutely insane.
Congrats, Lucian. Congrats.
Yes.
Great
So
run.
Everybody even getting to the spot now has fought battle after battle.
I need to take a look.
So,
I need to take a look at this at the standings here. So, is everybody moving on to top 8? Is that where we are?
So right now we're in the middle because basically now whoever fought Lucian has to play Lulu Bar. So we're basically at our top 8s, but also we do have our first top 4, and actually that's Timo running that Jolteon Sylveon deck, the one with the double Jolteons.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the standings right now. I see double.
Coincidence?
Taj, I'm looking at the standings right now, and what I see is first and second place in the tournament right now, including Cooley, who is 10-0 undefeated.
Yeah, let me pop
both
this out.
Leafeon, Jolteon decks. One Giratina Darkrai, one Suicune, one Turbo Arceus, one Charizard. Another Giratina Darkrai, another Suicune.
So I will say this, Maddie. So I know you're. So guys, we all know Maddie's trying to promote. You know, hey, my deck that I cooked up or that I promoted is 1 and 2 in my tournament. But yeah, you gotta not, don't let all the players win this here. No, I'm just it looks a little too suspicious. It
does look a little suspicious at this point. I'm not gonna lie.
But again,
so it looks like
it's great decks overall.
The second Charizard player,
yeah, great decks
eliminated,
overall,
I believe, at this point.
Yeah.
The Snorlax player, yeah, I love this meta, was eliminated. So we still have a couple Giratina Darkrai, a couple Suicune left. They're gonna have to contend with those Flareon decks, the Charizard deck, and the Turbo
This next match of recovering
deck.
will be a Suicune Greninja. So for all you guys dying to see Suicune Greninja, you guys finally get it.
Beautiful.
So
yeah, we only have a couple people streaming here. I assume maybe the other people will
they're gonna be
be
coming in. They're gonna be coming in. So
yeah. Okay.
Can you ping the judges and tell them to bring in one of them, either Lazo Master or Numa. So while I set up the overlays. Cool.
Okay. Numatale and who was the other one?
Lazo Master. Numatale and Lazo Master. And Lazo's running the Pichu Arceus and the one Shaman, which I do love. And also double Oricorio, so.
So, Numatale is streaming on Twitch.
Cool.
So that's probably why he's not in.
Okay, so we will pop their Twitch out then. And
yeah, Lasso, I'll reach out. Maybe we can get.
I mean, it as long as we have one POV. Again, Twitch is, how do I say it? Like,
yeah,
it's because of the ads. But again, that's still part of the rules, right? So,
Right. I mean, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, right. So
So Lasso Master said his phone isn't good enough.
cool. So we will just we'll just go on the Numatales. I'm gonna switch over to guys. Give me 2 seconds here. Boom, and then the Numatale versus Lazo, right? So, but also now the downside is, well, I mean, I guess you can get away with that, but I was saying is that what if he's in the finals, right? So it's like,
Right. Yeah. No, I know.
yeah,
I know.
cool. Right.
Well, we'll have him try regardless if it comes down to it.
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah, definitely need a spectating mode in Pokemon Pocket for sure. So the next match is who? Who are we tuning into now?
Numatale and then Lazo, and we're gonna be going on Numatale's Twitch
Okay.
chat or Twitch, right? So,
Okay.
and this is a top 8.
Perfect.
So also, guys,
Yeah,
keep in
so this
mind
is gonna
again.
be Turbo Arceus versus Suicune. Perfect.
Correct. Yes.
Another matchup we've yet to see.
Yes. See, guys, look at us, guys. We're showing you guys all of the matches again. We're not just showing you Dark Tina versus Dark Tina. The judges have navigated beautifully to make sure that we do get the best matches for you. And guys, if you guys didn't know, if you guys are just tuning in, this is Pocket Mads tournament number 2, $100 US prize pool. Thank you again for 5 family for donating. Again, we wouldn't have this without you guys, the community. So yeah, thank you, Maddie, for allowing us to use your platform and your community to push almost one of the biggest tournaments in TCG Pocket. So thank you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and hope you guys join for next week as well too. I do have an ad here in Numatale's channel, but it is popping up soon, so I think we can have them start.
Okay.
Maddie, if you're good to go. So
Yeah, I'm hopping in. Let's get him to.
do you need the link?
No, I'm in the Twitch now.
Okay, cool. Wait, hold on. Players can start, but we hold them at 4, right? So
Yeah, we're gonna hold everybody at 4. Yeah.
okay. Cooley's out.
No.
And Cooley got beat by Suicune Greninja. I mean, it is tough. Yeah. So again,
Wow.
Terra by G is one of our top 4 players. And
Top 8. 10-1 from Cooley. Oh no. Hey, listen, it was an incredible run.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Now
Cooley,
all of the people that watched the Meta Monday YouTube video are gonna just see whatever deck gets first place, and that's what they think matters. So, but
why is chat
but for
complaining about
anybody
Suicune Greninja? Wait, what the? Sorry.
well, no, listen, I say it every time in Meta Monday. The final standings really aren't the end all be all, right? I mean, like that Cooley there with that deck list went 10-1. There's also, I think, another Flareon in top 8, or going into playing his top 8 match still, right? There's another Flareon Jolteon, so both of them had incredible runs. Enough for me to guarantee you and to let you know for sure that that's a real deck list and that it definitely needs further consideration. But anyway, we're in it now, right?
Yep.
We're in the
so
game,
as we get into this, guys, these are your top 8 here. These players have battled it out through Swiss yesterday, through the top cut here. Now, if anybody did lose in top cut, they're out of the tournament, right? So again, this is some of your top 8 finalists right here. We are following Numatale's POV, but again, also going against Lazo Master, running the double Oricorio and also the Shaman too. So basically, the Greninja pings aren't going to do as much. So really crazy tech, finding that little grass Shaman, being like, hey, used to counter Dark Tina, which is a big thing. Now you can also counter some of the raining Shurikens. But again, once you get 2 Shurikens or 2 Greninjas, it's a lot of damage. So
yeah,
the
Shaman there
one.
specifically going to be really nice into Giratina Darkrai with the Oricorio combo there with Shaman. Now, the thing with Suicune is that Greninja exists, right? So Oricorio really is bad into Suicune, but Arceus might be able to carry. We don't see the Arceus yet. We just see the Pichu onto the Tapu Koko there. But yeah, traditionally, Oricorio was actually really struggled this season just because its matchup into Suicune was actually quite poor. Unfortunately, Suicune just has access to Greninja, which makes the matchup a lot better than other water decks, right? I mean, really, it's interesting that water was sort of irrelevant in the metagame for a long time because of Oricorio, but now the number 1 deck in the metagame right now seemingly is water, and it's plays Greninja, for that reason. But the Arceus comes down here though, Taj, which is important because
I'm trying to see the deck list really quick. Does Lazo run? Lazo does run red, so allowing that extra kind of damage against a Suicune.
Oh wow, he's playing Water Energy's Irida, by the way. I just noticed.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? So
oh my gosh,
it is a kooky, like Lazo Master. Always using this deck too, and always getting featured because it does do well.
Yeah, this deck is great. Again, a specific hard counter into Giratina Darkrai, but we're going to see the Cyrus up here, the Arceus, and let's see if he's got another bench Pokemon to take the KO. It looks like he doesn't, but Greninja will take the KO in the subsequent turn. Maybe the Shaman comes down. We also do have 2 Irida in the deck list, so it is fairly likely even still that this Arceus doesn't go down this turn, but even getting the damage off with Oricorio this turn is going to be impactful. He also does play 1 Leaf. Let's just see what he's got in hand here. I'm actually really curious. So the Shaman comes down. That's going to protect him. Really, really good. That's also just going to be a general sort of counterplay to the Greninja damage. So now he can actually like retreat. And the research. Okay, so hopefully drawing into Irida Leaf here. But he's going to have to manually retreat. I wonder what he will decide to retreat into. No, he does just attack. This is probably the correct play. I assume maybe because he probably maybe drew into the Cyrus. But the issue now is that we can attach to Greninja and then just KO whatever is after this Suicune, right? You know what I mean? So, or after the Arceus. So it's a little bit sketchy for sure. Now, it doesn't actually matter what we pick. Actually, it does because he has Irida, right? So, like, he can full heal up whatever next turn. Either way, I mean, Greninja's just going to carry away with this game. That's the thing with Suicune. If you get the Greninja down, it's just too much damage. It's too much control. And Shaman, although it is really good to heal, it's not going to protect an Oricorio from Greninja. Now, the Giant Cape, though, actually, I'm contradicting myself all over the place here, Taj, because this Pichu is going to be the liability.
Yeah.
Because it'll just go down to the ping. But he might have a second cape for that. He Marses him. So if he capes the Pichu here, theoretically with Irida and Shaman, you can actually keep this Oricorio alive for a couple of turns. But yeah, it's not looking great. It's not looking great. Early Greninja is probably just going to run away with this matchup no matter how you slice it. I just don't think there's really anything you can do here, yeah. So that's going to be the game. Again, the Irida, the Shaman stuff, going to be really good against Giratina Darkrai, but Greninja can just attack. Like, that's the thing about Greninja. It's not just a bench shitter, Taj. It can just come in and hit for 80.
It's probably one of the best stage 2s, despite being, like, somewhat weak in HP, but again, it like the Shurikens are just anywhere on the board as well too, right? It's ridiculous. So that's the last point. Going on to Numatales, and that just shows. So guys, we didn't feature any Suicune matches in the top cut, but the reason why is because we're closer in the top 8 to the semifinals and the finals. We definitely will be seeing a Suicune Greninja up there as we see again a turn 8 performance from Numatales. So as we let these players get set up here,
the turn 2 Greninjas will do that.
Turn 2 Greninja was pretty devastating. So
it'll turn the tides. It's just not. You just can't. There's really nothing. There's just nothing you can do, unfortunately. You are playing 2 Giant Capes. Like, I mean, there is a world where the matchup all flows very well, right? There's no guarantee that Suicune does get their Greninjas out early, and of course, there's no guarantee that they get like Suicune's able to do a bunch of damage. So I mean, there's routes here. It's just Suicune's such a consistent deck. They oftentimes kind of get what they want. But this game, though, Taj, we do see the Giratina lead, which is that's an important and the Shaman lead. Okay, so 2 unfortunate leadoffs.
Yeah, so 2 bricks. So
both players.
So this ad is ending. It's going to be sending over there too. Okay, cool. Yeah. Now, but the cool thing is from Numatale, which I'm a big believer of, Maddie, is that he runs a Leaf. Right, a lot of players opt to not run Leaf in their Suicune decks. So this basically the pivot, just having that option to pivot is big. But again, a lot of players, and it's also in the semifinals and finals that I've casted earlier, they've lost their matches starting with Tina. Now again, does Numatale have the Leaf to pivot? Maybe, maybe not, but they have the small chance to actually get it, right? So
yeah, I like Leaf in both decks actually, but in Suicune I like it specifically. We do see the Froakie. So turn 1 Froakie is going to come down here. Actually, double Pokeball Research turn 1 for Suicune. They always have it, do they not, chat? I feel like they always have the old. Yeah, we're going to see the full board state basically turn 1. And that's just how it goes, right? That's just kind of how it goes. So the Giratina, not really going to matter, but what's nice is that, this game isn't really fast-paced in general, so he's going to be able to just bellow and use this as a free pivot. Double Suicune means that next turn he could just retreat into Suicune if he wanted to really draw quickly and find that Greninja. Leading off with the Shaman here is really important. Also going first. So going first, leading Shaman is potentially like the worst possible.
Yep. This is literally the worst case scenario for Lazo.
Yeah.
An Oricorio, a Pichu. I mean, Arceus too, you could probably argue, but the fact that he only has 1 Shaman and that's the one thing that he got in his hand size starting is We need a number crunch on that one. Somebody definitely number check that for sure. So, but also looking at Lazo really quick. Only has 2 Oracorios and 1 energy. And if we look at the board of Numatale, 2 energies on the Giratina. Yeah. I think he might just stay here, to be fair. Yeah,
there's no reason not to. He does have Leaf, though.
Yeah.
So, I mean, as far as the start goes, I mean, that is...
Slightly better.
It's pretty fortunate. Yeah, it's a little bit fortunate. I wonder... he does play 1 Mars in the deck. The issue with that is, like, I don't know what's in the Suicune player's hand, but early disruption just really doesn't stick very well into Suicune.
Nope.
Specifically, I just say, okay, yeah, there we go.
Okay,
well,
here it comes.
We're here. There's this now.
This is the thing now.
There's just nothing you can really do about it. No, I'm curious whether this player here.
Wait,
I'm curious whether Lasso played a lot of Suicunes this tournament. Do we know? Can I check that?
Yeah, you can check the matches. So,
yeah, I want to see what his matchups were today. So, he actually beat a Suicune last round, in top 16, but then lost to one in the first round of the tournament, and it hit 0 others on his way here. So, it's kind of what you would expect, right? If you hit 5 or 6 Suicunes in this tournament, I don't think he would be here.
Right.
But the matchups, that's really kind of what it comes down to. We can 2-hit KO this Greninja, theoretically speaking, if he doesn't have Irida, which could be really important. But let's see if he has another healing card, because we don't want to go down to the Water Shuriken. So like an Irida would be really good here. He does have the Irida.
Nice, does have the Irida.
So yeah. So if Suicune doesn't have Irida, which again he runs 2 in the deck, then yeah, we can 2-hit KO the Greninja. And that
what's
actually
crazy too is that Lazo is running dual energy chat, and he didn't miss a beat. Meeting the Castus Curse. Hello, excuse me, pre-recorded. Again, Lazo Master. Yeah, Lazo Master. I also like adding the energy to the Giratina to heal it as well, right? To give that a little bit of a heal. But the fact that Lazo Master didn't run into double water, that would have been devastating. So literally the next energy is gonna be water. So
dual.
So that is crazy that worked right there. So
it's just basically, so what this deck is like Ori Ninja, like Oricorio Greninja, but instead of Greninja, you're playing like the Turbo Arceus package. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like the Arceus, Turbo Arceus Lightning version of Greninja Giratina. I like the deck. In fact, it's actually really, really cool. I think really into most things other than Suicune, I think. Which is tough. Suicune's the most played deck right now, but as we've seen, this is only his like 3rd Suicune matchup, and leading up to this, he was 50-50. But yeah, the Irida there, it's just really unfortunate, right? I guess he did top deck
also,
it, but he plays 2 in the deck. So.
No Arceuses at all on the board for Lazo.
But Arceus is just, they really don't matter that much. The only time where Arceus would matter is if we can go like full turbo and just KO turn 2.
Right. The cheese,
that's
right?
Really
just getting
the
that extra
time.
cheese.
Yeah, like just sort of cheesing him out. Because if this game just goes slow at all, like like I said, guys, Oricorio is not a counterplay to Suicune. I know Suicune's a water deck. It is a really, really bad card into that specific matchup. So
also too, this is what I'm thinking too, Maddie, is that what we're gonna do is after this match. Now, guys, we're not saying that this match is over, but it is leaning towards that, right? After this match, GG. So, guys, there is still one more top 8 match going on, but what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna allow you guys as well as Maddie to use the restroom here. Take a little water break, because we're going to be going after this a back-to-back top 4. It's literally going to be the semifinals. We're going to have Terra by G versus Numatale. Again, we have the Greninja versus, guess what? Suicune Greninja. So we're going to see our first ever mirror broadcasted on this YouTube and Twitch Live, as well as for the next match, which would be... I believe
Teemo has made it into top 4.
Teemo, and then it's either going to be Charizard or
Dartina. Darkrai.
Yeah,
and Dartina is up 1-0 against Charizard right now.
Yep.
So we could possibly see, Teemo, Flareon, Jolteon make it into finals. He'd have to get through either Charizard or Giratina Darkrai, but I'm actually really excited for both of those games. The mirror matchups are underrated. I know people in general see the mirror Taj and they go, I don't want to play that.
No, they're great.
But
they're great.
Some mirror matches are really involved. I've been playing Giratina Darkrai in the ladder, just because I'm a scum of the earth. But the Giratina Darkrai mirror match is actually probably one of the more entertaining things that you can actually play in Pokemon Pocket. Anyway, that's my tangent. I do need to use the restroom.
Yes.
So let's Let's make that happen.
Yeah, cool. So I'll just turn off your camera really quick, and then you can just mic in when you're back. So everybody say bye to Maddie. Hi.
Don't go anywhere. I'll be back in just a couple minutes.
Cool. But I will be here though. I'm going to be setting up the overlays. I believe we will be doing Numatale versus Terror by G. I'll be going over some of the deck lists, thinking, seeing if there's any actual discrepancies between the two players, because sometimes that makes or breaks games, right? You have again deck lists that are like somewhat different. Does people run double Giant Cape? Do people run double Cyrus, right? So kind of seeing what players choose that does make or break, you know, kind of how these games play out. So we are going to put the deck lists up right here as we speak. And then also what's super cool is that I believe we can push top 4 once Maddie does come back. And then once the Charizard or Darkrai match does go through, we can set up with Teemo. So I'm going to talk to the judges really quick. First of all, guys, how are you guys enjoying the tournament? Again, my name is Sajoma. Welcome in. Okay. Also, we will cast Numa versus Terra first. And then cool. Okay, sweet. So yeah, guys, let's take a peek at the deck list really quick. Also, we can kind of go over like kind of the paths that these players went through to get to these spots. So let me pop this open really quick. Terra by G's deck list, and then also Numatales. So deck list, bada bing, bada boom. TCG, congrats, brother. Keep it up, keep it up. So, okay, cool. Oops, turn that one off. Okay, cool. So this is Terra by G. Again, this is gonna be one of the Grid Ninja players. So we do see the double Giant Cape, and then on Numatale, they're only running the one Giant Cape. So looking at this, let's see what the difference is here. Ooh, so again, Terra by G is not running the Leaf. So I believe the only difference between these two decks is the double Giant Cape and the Leaf. Now I feel that hopefully not having the Leaf here, Terra by G does not get kind of cooked, right? So using that repel to bring out something there. Oh, you're back. You're back.
Hello.
Cool,
I am back.
Cool. Okay, cool. So guys, we are back here. I was just going over the slight differences between the two matches, or between the two deck lists. Basically, Terra by G does not run the Leaf and opted for 2 double Giant Capes, whereas Numatale does run the Leaf and only 1 Giant Cape. So Maddie, how do you feel? Is that going to be an advantage to either of these players? I think that's going to be a big disadvantage for Terra by G. Yes, in the mirror. So.
Yeah, that's interesting. So you said Leaf or no Leaf, or Leaf or double Giant Cape.
Yeah, for Terra by G. So.
Yeah, you know, it really just depends on.
We can also use Numatale's POV, like. I think, right? We'll use Numatale's POV, or should we get Terra?
They both should stream. Are they both? So
I see. Yeah, cool. Let's see if we can grab Terra. You go ahead though. You go ahead. So.
Yeah. So anyway, not playing Leaf is just a little bit punishing. If you lead, you know, like if you ever do need to retreat, or if you go first and you're just behind on energies and you're having to retreat, or you know, attached to the active to retreat, it can cost you. So not playing Leaf is a little bit suspect, but the Giant Cape does matter. I don't know all of the breakpoints off the top of my head with the Iridas and the Giant Capes combined, but I'll be interested to see if there's any scenarios where the Giant Cape really comes in handy in this mirror matchup. I do think Giant Cape is relevant for a number of things, probably against some of the Lightning decks, but also like Giratina Darkrai for Suicune. So I do like double Giant Cape. Guzma is becoming like a little bit less common, like in general. Like it was really common for a bit, but now I feel like maybe not as many people are playing Guzma. It's an interesting world that we live in for sure. Maybe against Flareon as well. That giant, you know, 2 Giant Capes could also be useful. So we'll have to really just wait and see. You know, there's upsides and downsides really to everything. So.
Okay. Also, too, really quick, Maddie. We are going to use Numatale's POV. That's what the judges said. Okay. So we will just pop that back open. But so really quick, guys. This is going to be the first match here. Numatale. Oops. Where is Maddie?
So this is the first top 4.
This is the first top 4. Also, what's cool is that there's still a top 8 match going, but by the time this is done, we will be able to do the next top 4 and go right into the next one. So, Maddie, really, really quick.
Rapid
fire. We just want to say, first of all, the community and me as a caster. First of all, Maddie, thank you so much for putting this together. Again, using your platform as a way for us to get these great, awesome games. So, chat, can we get some big W's for Pocket Mads as well? So, Maddie, we're also going to give you a little spotlight time to kind of share if somebody's new to your channel, if they just kind of came into on this live broadcast or on Twitch, what they can see, stuff like that as well. So I'll do a little bit of plug as well, and anything you're excited for, and also any thank yous right now, like to your community or to anything. So you have like about 2 minutes. Go ahead. So.
Okay. Yeah. So typically,
also goals.
I would say most of the,
goals too would be good, right? So
yeah. I make videos on YouTube. I make sort of deck showcase videos, metagame analysis videos. I basically just try to inform people on what the best sort of cards are, what the best combos are, the best strategies, the best decks in Pokemon Pocket at any given time. We recently started the tournament series. We did it just because maybe some of the other tournament series that were running stopped running, so I really wanted there to be at least something on the weekends for people to compete in, so that's why we ran this tournament series. I also have been streaming a little bit more recently, both on YouTube and on Twitch. So the tournaments here, and Taj as well, massive shout out, has given us the ability to stream more and stream the tournaments, which I'm really, really excited about. But as long as there's something to do on the weekends, it's going to be I think a good thing for the community. Right now we're in a bit of a slow spot, but I think once maybe the anniversary update comes, maybe we get some new game modes, we get all of the mega Pokemon in the next sort of big era of Pokemon Pocket, I think the competitive scene is actually going to kind of blow up, and I think that we're going to position ourselves really well to be the spot to come to compete in Pokemon Pocket tournaments. But none of this would be possible if it wasn't for the incredible team of judges and admins, and you can go and thank them in the chat. You can thank them in the Discord server. There's a bunch of them. I'm not going to name them all right here, but they know who they are. They're making everything happen here. They're absolutely incredible. And the only reason we're able to run this tournament here is because of them, because I'm very busy all of the time. So and of course, massive shout out to Taj and anybody else that ends up maybe streaming or casting in the future. But Taj is sort of our official caster, so when he's available, he'll be doing it, which again is absolutely incredible, because you and how do you pronounce? Is it Minton or Mintown?
Mintown, Mintown, So who did the Swiss rounds, by the way?
Incredible job.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, yesterday he did such a great job. Again, I'm horrible with names, so I really do apologize.
No, it's all good.
But I absolutely love him. I absolutely loved him. You guys did so good yesterday.
Yeah.
So just trying to live up to that. But anyway, W to everybody. W to the judges, to Taj, all of the players. Again, none of this works if nobody plays in the tournament. So, we'll maybe try to get some sponsors. Maybe we'll try to increase the prize pools for future tournaments. But I would definitely recommend that you keep playing. And then stay tuned, because tomorrow we're going to be uploading a video. We call it Meta Monday. It's a series where we cover the results of the tournament and we go in depth. And I know a lot of people are going to be interested to see the results of the tournament. So anyway, that was probably longer than 2 minutes.
No, it's all good. So really quick, if you guys don't know, first and foremost, again, if you guys are new to the channel, this is Pocket Mat's channel. Maddie is not just a caster. This is his channel, his community. You guys are part of, again, the Pocket Mads. So again, this is all him. So you realize that, he's not just a commentator. He is the heart and soul of the YouTube channel as well as the Twitch. So really quick, the reason why we're kind of doing a little intro here, we're kind of waiting for some of the players to get through, but we are going to do a final thank you as well too. But I figured we had some time. We did a little break, so a little bit kind of a segue, right? But really quick, my name is Tajwama. You can see me pretty much casting any live grassroots tournament available. So there's like Froggy X, there's Pocket Mads, there's Pocket Legends League. My goal is to become a live TCG Pocket caster, and I'm hoping that I can do that on the live main stage if Pokemon decides to make this a thing. And with you guys as a community, I feel that definitely can be something in the future. So you'll see me around, guys, on my Twitch channel too if you guys want to check it out, twitch.tv/Tajwama. But again, I just want to thank you guys, the judges, the community. I also don't want to yap out too much, but again, we are a little lull spot with Pocket, but with the megas coming through, again, it's gonna be super sick. It's gonna be super dope. But again, Maddie, I think we are ready to go for our top 4.
Let's do it.
Again, also one shout out to Five Family, I believe I'm saying that right, for sponsoring this tournament's prize pool. Also, if you guys do want to donate for the next prize pool, feel free to donate, or feel free to DM Maddie. Or again, like if you want to, I don't know if he's accepting donations, whatever, but again, I'm sure Maddie will cover that later on if possible or whatever too. So But again, guys, we're going to go into this. So it's Numatale, Terror by G, both running the Suicune Greninja variant. We're going to tell the judges if Maddie didn't say so. Cool. Yeah. So Red is going to start it off, and then I'm going to just refresh the Twitch page. And guys, this is top 4, guys. Now we're going to be covering the top 4. There's only 4 people left in this tournament here. So guys, this is going to be buckle in. Hopefully you guys got some waters. This is literally the final 3 matches of this tournament, and it's been an absolute blast, an absolute pleasure. So
yeah, it's been great. This has been a lot of fun. It's actually moved a lot quicker than I thought it would, which is, you know, good in some ways, of course, sad in other ways. But you know, we get 3 really good matches. Again, next round we are guaranteed to see Flareon again. I'm really hoping we get that Flareon deck to make it into Grand Finals, but Suicune is guaranteed to make it. You know, it's just the luck of the bracket, right? Whenever you have like a top 64 or whatever. And I just got confirmation here that Charizard did beat Giratina Darkrai in the top 8 match. So next match after this is going to be Jolteon Flareon versus Charizard, which means we're guaranteed to get one of them in Grand Finals. And we just saw Charizard definitely has the capability to beat, and Flareon has the capability to beat either Suicune deck. So it's going to be a really, really fun finals regardless. Yeah, man, I'm super excited. All right, so this match has begun, I believe.
Yeah. So we're gonna wait for the other player to put out their last card just to show like, hey, what they're starting with. But now here it is again. This is your top 4 of the Pocket Mads number 2 tournament. We have Numatami's POV. He is going first. Does get the Pokeball. Now the downside is this, right, Maddie? Going first in the mirror is
he's
not
going
good
first,
for you.
leading. No, he's going first and leading Froakie, which is
yes.
You know, kind of the worst case scenario here. But you know, at the end of the day, this is the player that plays, I think, one Leaf, or is this the one that's not playing Leaf? I'm gonna
again, Numatali does run the Leaf, so
yeah. Okay, so you know, I mean, it is tough, right? You don't want to be behind. No Giratina. Like if we got that Giratina down going first, maybe it would have been a different story. But no Giratina Bello, as well as Froakie lead going first, is bad, especially. Yeah, especially since we see that Giratina in the Suicune in the active. So, you know, immediately here, this is where I think Suicune's mirror matchup becomes a little bit more volatile for the starting matchup. There's just less wiggle room to pivot from that beginning of the match. However, what we do see is, you know, a research here and a couple of interesting cards. We are going to see the rare candy into the Greninja here, turn 1, which, you know, if we do end up having a Cyrus next turn, both players only play 1 Cyrus, but what this is going to do is do some valuable chip damage, and we do see the repel. So two very evening plays here. Really, what he's trying to do now is play from behind and you know, sort of disassociate that disadvantage that he had earlier in the game. His opponent chooses to bring up Froakie, which I find to be actually quite interesting, and we're going to get that damage down on the Suicune. In the mirror matchup, the Greninja damages, Taj, they don't really matter that much from Water Shuriken because both players are playing double Irida. But in general, it's good to, of course, just get the pressure down. We've yet to attach the energy yet, actually, and it goes on to the active as we see. So that pressure, I think, definitely valuable. Again, no guarantee that you're going to have Leaf, so it makes sense to attach to the active in this scenario. Plus, we're threatening the KO on Froakie next turn.
And he's debating on retreating actually to get the draw, which I don't like. I feel like you should be aggressive here.
He does. It's okay. I mean, it's okay, right? What this does here is card advantage is important, right? You always have to make that decision. Do I want to go for more aggression here, or do I want to kind of set myself up to have more cards? Which, you know, when you're playing Suicune, I think options is important. You know what I mean? I'm talking way too much. Card advantage matters a ton, Taj. And
as long as you're having fun, Maddie, that's all that matters,
brother.
Strong. As long as you're having fun, dude. So
I'm having a great time. We actually see his opponent immediately also go turn 2 Greninja and attach the active. So now you're down 3 energies to 0. Both players are in the same position, and all of a sudden, you know, that repel rare candy play doesn't really even seem like that big of a deal because your opponent kind of just matched you on it, right?
Right.
And now he could retreat here as well, or he could just stay in. And
I would probably retreat here. Yeah, because you have an energy on the Suicune. But you see, that's the reason why I get card advantage, but I think you had such a commanding position with the Greninja on top with an energy.
Yeah, but he ended up evolving anyway, right? So it really probably wouldn't have mattered.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if in a world where he didn't evolve, but I think the retreat was correct in hindsight because he did evolve into Greninja, so it's like you weren't getting the KO regardless. If you were going to pressure the KO on that Greninja and he never evolved, then I understand that for sure. But yeah, we see the retreat here for sure. He can just bellow freely and bench another Froakie, quite frankly.
And what sucks for Numatale is that he doesn't have a Giratina to match. He does get it, but it's too late. It's
too late. Yeah, it's definitely definitely a bit late on that.
I think the play is to go double Suicune and Greninja, but that Giratina plus Greninja ping is going to be such a tough obstacle to go for. And that's kind of what makes or breaks the mirror usually, is whoever gets Giratina up first, right?
He does have Irida, so he could potentially live this turn and revenge KO. So, I mean, there's actually a scenario here where he's able to put on a lot of pressure. If his opponent does not have Irida himself, then he actually could be in a pretty good position. So that Irida could have been massively important. Now, let's just see.
Cass is cursed.
Yeah, I know. So if he plays 2 in the deck, and he's had Suicune in the active here for a couple of turns. I don't know how many cards are left in his deck.
He has it. It's just, it's...
He's also playing 2 giant capes, too. So, keep that in mind. And that's where the mirror matchup comes in interesting. You have to think like 1 or 2 turns ahead as to like how many Pokemon are on the board, how much damage potentially can come down onto me next turn, right? It's actually a very important. The math is actually really complicated when you're playing this Suicune mirror matchup. One of the reasons why I think people weren't really happy with this metagame, and really any metagames with people are in general, they don't love them, is because maybe the mirror matchups aren't fun experiences for them. And I would say that the Giratina Darkrai mirror match and the Suicune mirror matches are actually some of the more complex matches you can have in Pokemon Pocket. So I think that's always a factor, right? Some people like to not, get beat by skill as well as RNG, right?
No, for sure. I'm a Charizard player EX, and I just go face Stoke and I'm good to go, right? So you do say a good point. So what Maddie's pretty much kind of saying, chat, is that the mirror match is boring in a sense, or tough to play against, right? But the reason why they're so powerful, a lot of the top players, also Timer by the way,
he doesn't have Irida.
Decides to charge up. I mean, that does make sense, right? Decides to charge up. That makes sense.
He doesn't have Irida.
He doesn't have Irida. But
now he does Bellow on the Giratina. But
yeah, what Maddie was saying though about kind of the mirror matchup with Tina and Tina, Dark Tina versus Dark Tina, Suicune versus Suicune, is that it kind of shows your skills as a player, right? Big Mars here, getting rid of 6 cards, going down to 3.
There's a lot happening. Second Greninja comes down, he benches the Suicune. Now, what he can do here, quite literally, is
just ping down the backside, right?
No,
actually, no, going for the Froakie. Yeah, because it's an option.
Yeah, this is anyone's game. Yeah, this is anyone's game. The second Greninja really opened things up here in the Mars. So now what we can do is just KO the active and then hope that he doesn't have Rare Candy Greninja or Irida next turn. And yeah, it's actually crazy how quickly that turned.
Big Mars. That was the reason why he Mars there, right?
Yeah. The Rare Candy Greninja Mars was an incredible few cards to have. But as you see, card advantage. And again, Taj, a big reason why he had all of these options is because he went into Suicune, didn't pressure early, and then didn't sort of, burn out early, right? He went in, played the longer game, and then gave himself more options by drawing cards with Suicune. One of just the more smart plays that we've seen here.
I think he's definitely fortunate. Yeah, he has to set out the Tina.
Yeah, you got to set up the Tina, you got to take the KO, but the downside to that, as we see, the Cyrus in hand as well, so it might not even end up mattering. But, he doesn't have any energies on the bench, right? So if we do see Irida or we see Rare Candy Greninja, the other thing you have to keep in mind is if you Irida, you can't attack, right? Because you have to attach to the Froakie. And even the Irida's not going to save you. And he actually just attaches.
I think this might be game here. This might be game.
He might have Rare Candy Greninja. Might be game. Might be game. That might be it. He might actually try to Cyrus up here. That Cyrus would be a decent stall play as well. Nope. Okay.
So no matter what happens, it's game though, because the Froakie does get KO'd. They already got the Suicune.
Yeah.
And
GG.
the ping gets it. So
wow. There it is. Play out your games, guys. Play them out. A beautiful game actually from Numentali. One of my favorite players of all time in Pokemon Pocket. I think honestly one of the all-time greats. I've seen him produce so well in so many tournaments. I've talked about him so many times on Meta Monday. He's always playing. He plays the strongest decks most often, and he plays them extremely well. Perfectly played, I would say, from Numentali there. I don't think either player really made a misplay.
No. It was just the draw. I think for the edge of both players is getting the Greninja first. I think that's a huge thing. Also, Giratina. You also saw Numentali you saw TerraByG get their Darkrai or Giratina first, but really it didn't matter because of the KO on the Suicune EX and then also the ping down on the Froakie in the backline, right? So
yeah, he whiffed. Basically, it came down to him whiffing Irida. He benched that Froakie, which in hindsight, ended up losing him the game, which you can say was a misplay, but theoretically, I mean, you don't know that he's going to go second Rare Candy Greninja. You're going to miss Irida, and then of course that you're going to get Mars, right? So it's all hindsight. you know, the upside to potentially getting that second Greninja out probably might have been worth it. But it just a very interesting scenario, and it really just goes to show that all of those cards you draw with Suicune really can amount to really some incredible things, regardless of you know what the early game board state looks like. You know what I mean? Just a really great example of how Pokemon Pocket games can just change in an instant. You know what I mean?
We got one research,
like
an extra draw, and that's why
He
player
goes first
matches
again.
Player matches. So
And he gets Giratina down as well here, Tosh. So
ooh, this is definitely a different ball game now. It's almost like flipped over, right?
yeah,
Now Numatali
well,
does have
no
the
one's starting
Giratina.
Froakie, but nobody's starting Froakie, so
Yeah,
that's
but also
advantage.
the card draw for both players. So
He actually doesn't get Froakie down either. So going second, leading Suicune, if he does get a Froakie down, maybe even 2 Froakies, you know, this could be, you know, like, it's hard to really say because we just don't know what's in either player's hands. We just don't know, you know, who has the advantage right now. But I would say right now, these are both fine situations for both players. One of his 2 giant capes comes down. Another player plays Guzma, coincidentally.
yeah, I do. It's so tough. Like, what do you add into your decks, right? I like red too. I mean, again, I'm just a red player, right? You just, what's the math? Oh, I'm just gonna bop, right? So, again, Guzma, like Guzma really helps against like Dartina with those extra chips. But like, what do you take out? Again, Cyrus is needed.
He does go double Froakie, by the way.
Double Froakie is wild because you're getting that card draw. Greninja was drawn on the side of Numatale. Does he have a Froakie to drop? I don't think he does.
No, he doesn't have it. And that's going to be important. I mean, the Greninja opens up so many lanes for Suicune that not having Greninja in the game is just going to end up being very like disadvantageous at this point, as well as possibly here taking enough damage where you're going to get 2-hit KO'd. But again, you also have to think, like, if he benches something, like, so he can hit for 60 here. But if he hits for 60, that doesn't necessarily mean he's getting 2-hit KO'd. And if he benches anything else, then his opponent can bench on his turn and deal even more damage and then possibly 2-hit KO you, right? So you have to be thinking like 2 turns ahead in this Suicune Mirror matchup. Right. I actually really, really, really like the repel here. Yep. I'm not going to lie, because you either, because you're either forced to attach to Giratina here, to Irida, and you're just targeting down a Pokemon that has a higher damage potential, right? So he does bench another Pokemon, which I don't mind, because now, again, we are setting up the 2-hit KO on the Giratina, even with Irida, you know, considering potentially we draw into a Greninja next turn. But yeah, now you're kind of forcing Numatali to make a play here, which is, you know, attaching to Giratina. Oh, okay. Well, we did just see the Leaf top deck, which is relevant.
That's big. I mean, that might save him. That might save him in, you know, in somewhat of a long run, right? Those 2 energies. Yeah.
He might not play. He might play Irida. He might heal and Bellow. Like, you know, but he's forcing him to make a difficult decision here, which is really all you can do, right? So I do like that repel play there. There's not many scenarios where repel is super useful. So in this scenario, in this matchup, I think it is useful. Although we just saw our opponent also draw repel. He ended up researching, I think, and he is just going to manually retreat.
The manual retreat is rough. I guess saving the leaf.
But
unless you research,
it
right?
doesn't. It doesn't that really matter, because we're setting up for like the 2-hit KO. But again, if we don't have a Froakie on the bench, which we don't, really unfortunate, because now if your opponent goes Rare Kitty Greninja, it's just so difficult to win. But I do like manually retreating. If your opponent does Cyrus up and KO the Giratina, then you're still at a full HP Suicune, and we are setting up for a 2-hit KO, and he cannot Cyrus and Irida next turn, Taj. So that's an important thing to note. You either hit the active, don't KO,
there's the Greninja.
There's the Greninjas. Yeah, no, I mean, they're coming. There's no
for sure. At some point, they have to be here. But if you look at Numatale,
he does Irida.
And the Irida. Oh.
Yeah, that's the best case scenario, I would say. Best case scenario for Terabyte.
Yeah, worst case scenario for Numatale.
Yeah, it's tough, you know. But I mean, you made the play you had to make, right? But you know, you don't know, because you could potentially. It's just tough, because even if you bench, you need 2 basics basically here to take the KO next turn, which is that likely is the question. Probably not very likely. And his Suicune also has an energy, so you're behind on energy, you're behind on damage, you're behind on board state. There is 1 Froakie.
You're behind on frogs too. The frog investment.
Yeah, but we know he probably has like Greninja, I think, Rare Candy in hand at this point. It's just likely that he has one of those 2. So what he can do is hit even for 100, hope he doesn't Irida again, and then KO with Greninja on the following turn. A second research, we would kind of want a second Suicune here, I believe. There is a Greninja we see off the draw. So what we want here is a second Suicune so that we can commit the energy to it.
Ooh.
That's not a second Suicune, unfortunately. So that is actually kind of tough, right? Because now we just don't have a really great pivot out of the attack here. And if our opponent does have a second Irida, it's GG. But I think what he's probably hoping to do here is take a KO with Water Shuriken next turn and then get a free attack off with Greninja. It's theoretically still possible. In fact, I actually feel like benching that Froakie might have been a misplay unless he has like double Rare Candy, double Greninja in hand, which he might. Yeah, he's got... Okay, so he's showing the Mars.
I think he wants to play the Mars next turn for sure.
He's got a lot of options, that's for sure. But he could get Mars here as well. Like, you don't know, right? He literally could just get Mars, and then it's really over. So... Oh, did he not attack? What did he... Did he bellow?
No, he KO'd.
Oh, no, he did. He attacked and KO'd. Yeah, my bad. Okay.
It's just another Suicune ready to rock next turn, so...
Right.
Ooh, and
the cape is
the
also
double
big,
cape.
the second cape.
Double cape.
Yeah, the double cape's clutch.
This is
yeah, and he gets Mars.
Oh, he gets
over.
Mars. 10 cards gone.
Yeah, it's over, man. It's just the way.
No, it is.
You just can't. Like, I mean, maybe he can, but yeah, as he's showing 2 cards to 11, that's the card advantage. I talk about it all the time. Really tough. Really tough. But Mars is a catch-up mechanic, right? I mean, that's inherently what it is. If you take the first KO and you're ahead, technically on prizes, you can go behind really drastically on your options. That's really what Mars is in the game for. It's a catch-up mechanic. And I think that, Silver is the counter to Mars, but people don't really play Silver that much.
Wait.
But anyway.
Wait, hold on. No, hold on.
What's up? How many energies on this Giratina?
If Numatale had a Greninja, couldn't he have Cyrus'd out the backline Froakie? And then won that?
Does he have, how many points does he have? Oh, yeah, it does have 2 points, I suppose. So maybe he whiffed Cyrus? But he got Mars. He just got Mars to 1.
No, that's true. that is true. He did get Mars to 1. I keep on forgetting. I didn't see the
Like, I don't know. There's maybe it was possible with the 2 cards.
No, I'm sorry.
But I think
you see the hand like that he has over it. I thought that was his hand, so I was like, oh, he's got 2 cards. I was like,
yeah, no. Yeah, the Mars, it's just tough, right? Like, that's a tough game. We are going into game 3, though, so this is a really fun set. But, right? Isn't this game 3?
Yep, game 3. So this is lifeline for both players. Again, both players played super great. I don't think there's any big misplays. Maybe the Froakie drop, too, but also kind of like a desperation act. Maybe like, hey, maybe I'll get my ninjas, just kind of like...
No, well... at some point, you got to play cards from your hand, not only to fill out your bench to deal damage, but the thing with Suicune is that it's very often that you can't Mars it effectively because so many of the cards that come into its hand, it just plays, right? It's playing all the basics, the rare candies, the Greninjas, the Iridas, like it's always playing the cards in its hand. So it's not very often that it's piling up a bunch of cards. So that opportunity to Mars like his 10-card hand really happened because he never got Froakie and he probably had double rare candy, double Greninja.
He had everything. He had all the...
Yeah,
he had the
you know what I
homies in
mean?
hand
So like...
Sure,
if he just gets the Froakies down early, he plays those cards. The Mars doesn't really matter that much. He has so many more options. It's just tough. Numatali is going to be going first again this game, which I think is for the 3rd game in a row. Shout out to Pokemon Pocket. You got to love it.
I wonder, like, in the professional scene here, right, Maddie, which would be kind of weird, because in Unite, you can actually, like, pick your side, right? Like, you win.
Yeah.
You can pick if you want to go first, second, but I feel like most players would opt to go, like, second almost all the time, right? So
yeah. 100%. So the way it should go is in private matches, you should be able to choose just who goes first or second. And they do that for, like, the Pokemon TCG Live and the official Pokemon trading card game. And a best of 3, it should just be go to a coin flip, and then the loser gets to choose game 2. And then game 3, I think it swaps, or maybe the coin flip again. I forget, but the fact that you can't choose is really unfortunate because in best of 3s, you could theoretically just go tails or, flip tails and go first 3 times in a row, which for most games in most decks, that's obviously not super advantageous, but still better than probably playing best of 1 from a competitive standpoint. But yeah, anyway, I would actually say going first probably matters a little bit less this meta than we've ever had before.
Maybe Flareon.
Yeah, you have babies, you got Giratinas in the 2 top decks. There's a couple of decks that it does matter, like Flareon definitely would way rather go second. Guzzlord would rather go second, but a lot of the top decks for sure would, don't even mind going first. So it's an interesting, they've definitely helped that along a little bit, I would say. You know what I mean?
This is big. The Mars, I guess you kind of have to.
The Mars
right?
repel turn 1.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, Mars, yeah, for sure. Again, there's a few times where you would really, did we go double Froakie lead? Well, I guess not, but But
No,
now,
so
you really-
Numatali did start off with Froakie, by the way, which is awful. For 2 games.
yeah,
in a row,
yeah, yeah.
yes.
But he just brought the
Yes,
other Froakie.
Yes.
It's great. It's funny that we saw Froakies in both active spots there for a moment. That's pretty unlikely. So yeah, now we get 2 energies on the Giratina. So even though we're behind on the Suicune, that energy, the energies on the Giratina is really going to matter because we're going to bellow next turn anyway.
Yep.
So I don't really mind the situation. Going first with Suicune theoretically is worse, but with Giratina in your deck,
It makes it
it
better.
actually ends up being it makes it a lot better. Giratina is like the original going first Pokemon, which is pretty cool. Savali's
It looks
another
like
one.
he
I guess
has
by the way, a
Greninja.
card that
Oh, unless he wants to retreat. No, he's retreating. Yeah, okay.
yeah, you have to, yeah. Again, like having the Greninjas on the bench available for the wider shuriken damage is really important. And like I said, like the Giratina, it's a where both players are really hoping to draw the correct cards, right? Is what this comes down to. His Giratina can come down though. So I mean, assuming Suicune lives next turn, this Giratina might actually come in handy. I know it's like a turn late, but it might actually matter still. Okay, here comes the rare Kenny Greninja.
Yeah, here comes.
Not enough energies to attack this turn, but
But he's gonna bellow
we
anyway,
could-
so it doesn't matter. Unless he
yeah,
double.
right. He can get a bellow off. Yeah. Doubling up here kind of makes sense, but you're not getting KO'd next turn regardless. So,
Nah,
that might
but
not
there-
really matter.
I think this is fair. I think this is fair.
Yeah. No, it's for sure. Because now you can bench a Pokemon, and then you force him not. He's forcing his opponent to not want to bench another Pokemon here, so that if he does, he's still not KOing. But then, of course, Numatale might be able to KO on the following turn. right?
Also,
If
do
we don't
you
see Nira.
think Numatala is going to target? I feel like for a lot of the mirror match against Suicune, getting rid of the Greninjas. Do you think Numatala wants to get rid of that Froakie ASAP, or?
It's if you can, you definitely bring it up and you KO it. It's tough. Like if they already evolve into Greninja, it's typically not worth it unless you can get the KO that turn because of Irida existing. You'd rather just keep the pressure on a Suicune. That way, that's what's going to be in the active spot. But if there is a scenario where you can, ping Cyrus, KO a Greninja, it does kind of make sense to do it that turn. But later in the game, it mostly comes down to who's going to have Irida. So because you can't Cyrus and Irida in the same turn, that play might not end up being advantageous, especially as we see here.
Right,
he's
because
about
he
take
has to
damage,
Irida
right?
now, right? So.
Yeah. But what he can do theoretically is if he has that Leaf in hand, he can retreat KO the active with Giratina. But if you are if you're Terra right here, if you attack, then you don't bellow, and that Giratina doesn't become a factor, right? Because you got it out a turn later.
Yeah, and I
he
think
might
that's
not
what Terra's
rotate
thinking about
Greninja
right
either.
now. I think Terra's thinking about that right now. So.
Yeah,
I think
Numatale got very fortunate, right? That turn
Yes.
2 Greninja and Giratina start going first.
Yeah. He's deciding if he wants to
pretty
bellow now or
fortunate.
attack, but he does see the play that you just said, where
Yeah. He's going to attack.
For it. He's going for it.
That's fine, because you're not getting KO'd this turn, right? Well, I guess technically, yeah, you're not, unless he retreats into Giratina or has Leaf. Now, what can happen, right, is you can target the Froakie if he has Cyrus in hand, and that could be a very, very big deal. In the same vein, though, like your Giratina, your Giratina has 3 Psychics right now, right? But not a thing. Yeah, so he's going to target the active, and then he's going to Irida. That's an interesting play. So he's going to bench and then KO. So what he wants to do here is
here, right?
force the Irida out from his opponent. Because he's not KOing, but, Greninja can take the KO next. So there's the Leaf, okay. And then you have the Giratina on the back line, right? So
Yeah, because basically, if Terra by G attacks, they can't bellow.
yeah, and maybe he has Mars in his hand too, Tops, right? So maybe he
Right.
kind of wants to get KO'd. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But what's going to answer once this... so basically, Terra does desperately need an Irida here. Another Suicune does drop, which is okay.
Yeah, you can attach to it.
Okay, cool.
And
so
he
there's
does
an
Irida, so
Okay, cool,
that's
cool.
important. Yeah, that's very important. It was likely that he had it. 4 cards in deck. I think both players have about 3 or 4 cards. Yeah, 4 cards each in there.
Yeah, pretty much with Suicune late game, they have everything. Like, everything is available to
Full
their...
Octane.
Yes.
Yeah. So he, Numatali's probably going to be able to Mars here and take the KO with Giratina, which is probably going to set up kind of a GG situation. There is a world actually where I think Suicune might be able to KO this Giratina, if I'm wrong, right? He goes to 130. No, he won't. He'll never be able to. Yeah. So
Also,
that's
there
definitely
is a
the correct
cape on
play.
Numatali's
Second
side.
Greninja comes down too.
Yeah. Numatali does
What's
have
up?
a cape too, so... If he
Yeah,
needs just an extra
yeah. I mean, I would
buffer.
cape it. I don't think you ever bench here. I just don't think it really helps you at all. So.
Also, too,
attach
look
to
at these
Giratina.
pings. Look at these pings coming
Yeah,
down.
and he's gonna Mars him. Oh no, he's Cyrus.
Oh,
he's
wait, no,
going
he
for the
just
KO
wins.
here.
No, he just wins because he has 2 points from the...
No, Numatali doesn't have any points. right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his opponent does though, which is sketchy, right? But leaving the Suicune alive is a little bit scary. But you KO'd the Froakie, so again, no matter what, Suicune can't do 120 damage next turn. So this is the correct play. He knows exactly what's going on. He could have Mars there, but again, it makes more sense to just make this play just because, yeah, like, because now what does he do, right? I mean, there's the Giratina is still here. Your double Greninja. There's just nothing.
Yeah. And also, even with the cape on Suicune, even if I think all the capes are gone,
exactly.
Greninja, two Greninja ping plus 130 is 170 damage. Nothing on the board of Terabyte G can handle this attack here.
Yep.
So.
And the judges did let me know this is actually, I think, the 4th or 5th mirror match that Numatali has won today. So if you were questioning whether or not the mirror matchup was important, like Numatali definitely understands the mirror matchup, and I think that's a very big factor as to why he's in the position he is, about to make it into
the finals,
grand finals. Yep. And the winner of next match, which I'm really curious to see, Charizard, Flareon, Jolteon, will have to play Numatali in finals, and either way, it's gonna be a movie. It's gonna be an absolute movie. Absolute
cinema, as they say.
Yeah,
absolute
cinema, man. Oh, he does hit the repel here. Not that it matters, but it's something. He did have a.
Does he have it? It doesn't. It's only 100 damage, right? So.
Yeah, he can't KO. That's what I was saying. Yeah. Because Numatali was smart, and you gotta understand, like, if he didn't KO the Froakie there, then that play could have happened, and then he could have gotten his Greninja KO'd. Right.
Also, he is going to play the Leaf here. No, I'm just kidding. Numatali's going to play the Leaf to show why it's important, even though if he could just add retreat.
He did, like, he played around this specific play. So as we saw, it did end up happening, and Numatali kind of predicted that, which is why he did the play he did previously. Yeah. And just unfortunate, quite frankly, that that he never got the Greninja at that game. All these games were determined by Greninjas, by the way. If anybody was kind of
key in the mirror, if that makes sense. I feel like it's Giratina and Greninja, right? Suicune gives you the draw. Again, it's a team effort, right? So also Terra did not win. I apologize. It is Numatali. So guys, ladies and gentlemen, big W's for Numatali being one of your finalists in the Pocket Mads #2 tournament. But now, sit tight. We're gonna jump straight in to Dreams POV. Running the Charizard, which is going to be interesting, versus, again, 2 decks here, not really seen in any of the metas. So I know Maddie is super excited, drooling with all this data that he's getting. So we're going to be jumping right into Dreams POV, and then we'll let the judges start. So Maddie, when you're ready, we'll jump into Dreams VC. So
let's hop right over.
Cool.
Greetings.
Alrighty.
Shout out. 100+ people that are watching currently right now. You guys are incredible. One thing I will say, Taj, is that Suicune was about 25% meta share going into the tournament. Its day 2 conversion rate was about 12 or plus 12%. So about 20 or 36.5% of day 2 was Suicune. So for anybody that might be like, oh, Suicune wins again, listen, it's just a mathematical conclusion that Suicune has a high probability of winning. But what I'm really happy is that all of the decks, in top 16, top 8, and top 4, a lot of those decks were unique decks, right? We had Flareons, we had Charizards, Flareon, Jolteons. We had, a lot of different Lightning, Arceus types decks. We also had the Executor deck, I believe, that went into top 16. So a lot of really interesting stuff this tournament. And again, I would really stress anybody watching right now, especially tomorrow when we get into Monday, to look beyond whatever deck gets first place. I know people immediately overreact to whatever deck gets first, but I think that the metagame actually in this tournament was quite diverse. I mean, I understand there's a lot of Suicune, but aside from Suicune, it was actually really, really, really diverse.
Yeah, so we're waiting for Teemo. So Teemo is here. So what happened, Maddie, was due to them waiting for that. We did give Teemo or one of our finalists kind of like a buffer to kind of like chill out. You know what I mean? Like, hey, like come back in. So they don't have to be like on the ready to go, right? But it looks like both players are ready. We're watching Dreams POV. Also explaining to the chat too what's going down. But this is gonna be super sick seeing the Charizard in action here. And guys, whoever
winner goes to grand finals.
Winner goes to grand finals and has to face one of the best, I would say, Mount Silver Red. Like one of the best players.
Yes.
Numatali from Frog.
Numatali was Suicune. I would be a little bit nervous having.
I would be trembling if I had to go against that. But again, here's the cool thing, Maddie. Right, is that both players, again, Dreams and Teemo, has done well. Again, getting here is no easy feat, right? So again, all these players that have got here, also even making top cut for a lot of our players too, is definitely no small feat. So again, congratulations to all the players that are here. But as we get set up here, I'm really excited. Also, Maddie, before the finals is going to be done, I'm going to show the bracket list, and then we can kind of share and explain the routes that both of these players did to kind of get there. You know what I mean? Just kind of like flavored up, be like, Numatali fought these guys here, whatever. So, so we'll do that a little bit because, and guys, guess what? It's only been 2 hours and 50 minutes. Like, top cuts are usually a lot faster because these players know what they're doing. They know what to stream. Also, we did send a lot of players forward that were mostly mirror matches anyway. So I think that saved us a lot of time here. So,
we basically just showed all of the matches that like
they weren't mirrors,
you know what I mean?
And it wasn't so we can Tina. Now, guys, not saying again, we're not taking away from what Maddie said. I do believe that mirrors do make you a better player. It is just kind of like tilting when you get bricked or you get outplayed. But that does make you a better player, right? Again, I hate the. I remember when it was Tina, Dark Tina, and Gyarados. I chose Gyarados because I was sick of playing the mirror. It was just that ranked season was awful, but it did make me a better player. Season,
Shining Rivalry.
Yes.
Gyarados, Giratina, Darkrai.
Yes.
Incredible, dude.
Yes. So I opted.
People complained about this metagame, but they don't know.
They don't know. No, they don't know that everything was Dark Tina. Yes.
It was so bad.
Yes.
I actually, I've said it so many times. I actually have liked this season's metagame and last season. I think that like again, there's just so many decks. Like if you look at the total amount of different deck lists and archetypes that made it into day 2, there was actually a very large like variation, you know what I mean? Which I think is really cool. Again, like from a mathematical data perspective, yes. Okay. Like if 36% of the tournament's playing Suicune, like there's going to be a lot of them in day 2 in the bracket. So like, that's just the way it goes. Of course, Suicune's a strong deck, but a lot of people are playing it. So you're going to see a lot of it, right? It's sort of a correlation causation type thing, right? Yeah. You know, are a lot of people playing Suicune because it's good, or is it doing well because a lot of people are playing it, right?
First of all, Dreams needs to charge his phone. These two, like, guys.
Dreams, plug in your phone, brother.
Please plug in your
Stressing for me.
I need to. I'm gonna hold on because we muted him. Dreams, good luck, by the way, in your match. This is one of the casters here, but please charge your phone. You're at 10%, riding that adrenaline. So, yeah, definitely charge your phone after this match, brother, for sure. So, again, good luck. Have fun.
Love you, Dreams. Good luck.
That's wild, dude. That is.
Oh, look at he's wiggling. He heard you.
That is wild. So, again, guys,
the full art Clefaitage might be one of my favorite cards of all. Look at him.
Sure.
He's just a little sleepy,
he's a
little sleepy guy.
Little sleepy boy. So, all right. So again, Maddie, this is your top 4 here. Whoever wins this match or whoever wins this round goes up against the Mount Silver, the Numatale. So, seeing the Clefaitage start is decent here. But again, also going against Timo with the Jolteon, double Jolteon, right?
There's
Which
Pokeball.
is again, Pokeball does come out. So decent start for
Dreams
to get that. I believe Find a Friend does come out here, whatever the ability is for
turn 1 red
Cleffa.
card. I'm a big turn 1 red card fan, Taj, personally.
No, I mean,
really
again, it basically you're reality ripping, removing the time stones, right? You're basically changing your whole alternate reality. Now, does this affect Dreams in a negative way? Hopefully not. So.
We saw what he just pulled there off the old Cleffa. Cleffa's a really powerful card. I actually mentioned it as soon as I saw the Mega Pokemon. I was like, man, I'm gonna play Cleffa with some of these Megas and just
feed the babies away, right? Feed the babies.
Do it. Basically, exactly what. Yeah, he's just gonna get the KO.
Okay.
No, it's definitely worth doing that.
I like this player because Timo's basically hoping that the rare candy doesn't.
Well, you get a buffer anyway, right? So it's important to note you have a buffer regardless because Charizard can attack this turn. But yeah, turn 2 Charizard Stoke is going to be difficult to get around. That's what this deck is built on.
Yes.
That's what Charizard is built on. It's a high roll.
Yeah.
Again, like very minimal cards in your deck because you're not playing anything to account for Oricorio. You're just straight up playing the sauce. You know what I mean? You're just who keeps leaving? I don't know who that is. Anyway, all good.
Yeah. And then now we do, I guess to like the Charmeleon. How many birds did actually, Dreams fight? Dream fought 1 bird and he lost in Swiss rounds.
Yeah, you can't beat
So,
Bird. It's
yeah,
just
yeah,
that's when you play Charizard, you just hope you don't don't play
yeah,
Rockford.
and guys, picking the deck that's part of the match, right? So just saying like, hey, not gonna go against Bird, and it paid off for Dreams here, right? So
Yeah. Now the issue with all of this, unfortunately, is that you basically have to go Pichu, Jolteon, Flareon to KO this Charizard, right? Because you can't one hit KO with if we don't see another EV here, it's actually just GG. Yeah, that's done. Well, technically not. It's technically not because he can get KO, go into Jolteon, then bench the EV. But then actually, yeah, it's technically still possible. Never mind.
That's
GG.
okay. Wait.
GG. All right. So
yeah.
what can you say? What can you say about the old Charizard? I love it. I do. Trust me. People are gonna be like, oh, that's cheap. That's annoying. That is the deck.
No, I mean, so again, to my horn again one more time, Maddie. Right at Worlds, I got top 6 by running Charizard EX. Like, if you get it, yeah, there's not much. So, and who doesn't love Charizard, right? Who doesn't love Charizard, right, guys? So
everyone's fan favorite Charizard. If Charizard wins the but you gotta listen. You have to understand. I made a graph in MS Paint one time, like 6 months ago, and I tried to illustrate the difference between a deck's high end potential, and low end potential. Like a deck like Charizard has an incredible high upside, which is what we
He's charging his phone, by the way.
150.
Sorry.
What's up?
He plugged his phone.
Nice. You know what I'm saying, right? So like Charizard has a really high upside where you can do what we just saw. But there's also the low side where your deck does literally nothing.
Super low,
right?
100%.
So like, and there's decks like maybe Giratina Darkrai or Suicune that don't have as high upside, but they have incredibly high low side. It's just super consistent. So in tournament play, it's very viable. We're about to literally see the exact same thing potentially happen this game. And that's just the nature of Pokemon Pocket, right? But this game, we could see Charizard literally never appear, and we could literally see this Charizard player do nothing all tournament, right? You just don't know. Now, Cleffa does kind of fix that from happening. The thing with the Flareon matchup is that they're not playing any hand disruption. That was sort of the unique aspect of when I was playing this deck. I realized I had no influence over my opponent's hand, which does feel bad in a matchup such as Cleffa Charizard, right? One of the main disruption factors of Cleffa, of course, is going to be drawing, thinning out your deck with a Pokemon. If you're going up against an opponent with multiple hand disruptions, it can, break your deck. But Flareon just doesn't have those cards, But the more and more I think about it, Charizard definitely has a pretty advantageous time in this matchup. But nothing's guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed. Although we do start Cleffa going first with Charmander bench, so I mean that's effectively kind of really all you need.
I like this repel play. Make sure that your Cleffa doesn't get KO'd. It is kind of early to do that, but I feel like you probably have to repel here to kind of conserve. So
yeah, I like the play. Again, he can't hear us, so he's debating it on himself. I would do it again because there's no guarantee that you pull like a Charmeleon here. Maybe you pull Rare Candy, or maybe you pull Charizard, but you don't have Rare Candy, right? Like you just don't really know. Playing the red card here actually doesn't really matter, just because like thinning your deck doesn't matter because your hand's never changing. He doesn't play Mars or red card, so you might consider playing it just to thin out the deck, but he's just gonna hold it here. He's gonna Cleffa, and we do see the Reptical or whatever that's called in his language, which is good. Yeah, it's really good because now he can Cleffa again and have double the chance of drawing Charizard, right? So we can guarantee that Charizard comes down. Effectively pretty much guaranteeing. It's not a guarantee, but it's much more likely now pulling the Charmeleon.
What's crazy here though is I'm gonna point this out is that Dreams started with Cleffa twice and only runs one. Now granted there are only 2 Charmanders, but the fact that roll that hits the 33 2 times in a row.
Yeah. Well, technically it's a little bit higher than a 33% chance,
right,
but it's
and
as we see here, draws Charmeleon directly into Charizard, right? So very, very powerful stuff here. Now, it is an additional turn. So what we said last game, where theoretically Teemo can go Flareon here, given this board state, that's pretty valuable. What I would actually like to see if I was him right now, if I was Teemo, I would manually retreat, go into EV, attach, KO, and I would try to evolve that EV that just retreated into a Flareon to then get that energy that turn with Combust. So you take a KO here, then you possibly set up for, like a back-to-back Flareon. Maybe you don't even actually combust, but I still think you retreat and try to just take the KO this turn and get an energy in the discard pile. If he doesn't have Flareon in hand, then that's obviously a bit of a sketchy play. The other thing to keep in mind, though, is that maybe he has a Repel, right? So you need 2 attacking Pokemon effectively right now, and that's the only way that you're going to end up winning this game. So we'll see.
A red
we'll
card
see what
here
goes on.
would reduce.
I don't mind the red card here.
Yeah.
I think you're not going to get many opportunities.
Do you feel like your opponent's bricked right now, and you're kind of unbricking them in a sense too, right? Like.
Well, he wouldn't have evolved regardless, right? I mean, you could get him the Pichu. That's the only thing that you're a little bit sketchy about, right? If you give him the Pichu, theoretically, then he can go that 1-1-2 lineup, go into Jolteon. But you're not getting KO'd this turn, right? So, like, what you want to do is just minimize your opponent's ability to get the ideal out. So we see the Pokeball.
Pichu comes down, probably.
If Dreams can stop showing us his. There we go. So Pichu research, very good off the red card. Yeah, a very good draw off the red card.
Yeah.
He's mad about it. I know he is. The red card there is a bit sketchy just because he has double research in the deck. But anyway, now we can go into Pichu. And if we do see the Jolteon, so like I said, right, we do see the Lily in hand. Or actually, I probably shouldn't have said that. I don't know if he had that.
No, you're good. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
So what that means is that Jolteon is now still just going to have to flip a bunch of coins, regardless, which is crazy. I like the second Charmander a lot, actually.
Yeah, also you can set up another Zard and just, like, stoke in front of their face,
right.
like...
Right, and he can also just manually retreat, and I don't think Flareon plays any Gust, right? So it's kind of just a way to, like, tank a hit and then retreat.
I think you just retreat now and just start stoking, right? I don't see why, like, what you're afraid of at all right now, right? Like...
Well, no, you probably still don't want to do that, actually.
Because if you find a friend, you're not finding anything else.
Well, you could find... The thing is, if you KO here and he does go Jolteon, then you set up for that. You get
I'm saying
Jolteon,
stoke.
And then he has Flareon on the back.
I'm saying stoke. Like, you don't go in with the Charmeleon.
Oh, yeah, I feel like you have to stoke, right? Because you have to stoke. You
right.
can't attack with Charizard until you stoke. Yeah, so I feel like you probably.
I'm saying he goes in here with the Charmeleon, evolves.
What would be crazy here is actually to KO with Charmeleon and then not evolve, but then you kind of banking on the rare candy draw, right?
No. you got to have your big boy here, yeah. So.
but theoretically though, I mean, that could work out. He's gonna Mars him, so he's keeping up the disruption, right? I mean, he's just doing everything he can.
brother. Come on, dude. That was so scary, dude.
Yeah, but maybe if you're that Pichu player, like. It's sketchy like that. You know what I mean? You might be like, wow, I just had everything and now I don't. Because he played the research, right? So, but theoretically, you could have just drawn him into another research.
Yeah. Well, it was more of just the timing on that. Like,
let's see,
he almost didn't get the stoke off, so.
Okay, so no Jolteon, but maybe he's trying to go Flareon into Jolteon. I think that's total. He can actually do that now because he evolved the one with lightning energy.
Oh, yeah. Maybe he's going double
but
flare.
But he can go Flareon. Yeah, he can go double Flareon, which is totally fine here, right? So.
Lily doesn't save him from that either, right?
No, yeah. That's the thing. Lily could have popped. Yep, there's double Flareon. Okay, so it's really anybody's game at this point.
Mars actually has given his opponent the red cards.
The Mars gave it to him.
Yes.
He gave it to him. So this is the scenario, right, where now you gave Flareon an extra turn. Theoretically, he did just end up drawing into double Flareon, which is really all he really needs here. Now, like, what matters with Jolteon, it didn't matter this game because you can go Flareon, but there's a lot of games where the game is so fast-paced where... you can't go Flareon, like if you go first, so you end up going Jolteon Flareon, and that's capable. But because Charizard has to wait an additional turn, he kind of gave him enough time. His hand is kind of bricky here. Like, nothing really helps, unfortunately. Lilying the active is fine. It doesn't matter. I think you just do it anyway. And yeah, it's actually looking, I think, kind of up right now for the Flareon player. I would say you never know what the top deck is. Could be rare candy.
Yeah, for rare candy,
even if it is, right?
Saves dreams.
Because you have to stoke. So I think it's kind of just like a GG moment. Because that's the downside with Charizard, right? That's why it's a high roll deck. Is that you can't. You have to stoke when you come in every single time, right? So you can't just chain Charizards together. Once this Charizard goes down, you can bring in Charmander, but then you have to stoke. Now, is the Charizard player playing? He is playing Repel, but he's not playing. Sabrina, so he can't actually like try to bring up anything to KO or do damage with Charmeleon. Not that it would matter, but theoretically speaking. So yeah, we're gonna see the Flareon KO, and then that's that.
Well, again,
That's that.
if the rare candy gets drawn and then they evolve, they could Stoke in front of Flareon, and then Flareon
That is
hits,
true, actually.
and then he can
Yeah.
KO next turn. So it really does come
Yeah,
down to
I
the
had
top
that
deck.
backwards.
Also, is there
Yeah, I had
any
that
was
backwards.
all the research drawn from Dreams? Because I don't think any.
I don't think Dreams is.
I don't think any
seen a
researchers were
single
drawn.
research.
So like,
Yeah. Again, Flareon doesn't play any hand disruption, so.
right.
He was pretty fortunate to draw into the second Charmander and Charizard. Like,
Yeah.
that's kind of crazy now that I think about
And then
it.
also if Teemo if rare candy comes out, they can't repel back Charizard because Charizard is a stage 2. So
Right. Yeah, I had that backwards. So, like,
Yeah.
if we see the Stoke here, like, he actually just wins.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. The plot armor is real. The
Oh,
plot armor is incredible.
Guys, you wanted
I
to
love
see Charizard. Ladies and gentlemen.
So again, you know, if he had Jolteon, then, you know, if he had gone Jolteon, Flareon, that could have been a possible scenario, right?
Wow.
Because then
Again,
he wouldn't have been on one prize.
all
card.
the reality ripping Marses and Reds, but again, Dreams
Charizard
still
Grand
top
Finals.
decks.
The high roll continues. Will it
This-
continue into the grand finals? We'll see. That's crazy though. Zero research to just naturally draw into
Yeah.
both
Yeah.
Charizards and
Yep.
Charmanders and rare candies and
Yep.
stuff. That's
Yep.
crazy.
Yep.
That,
So, guys,
the probability of all of that happening was unbelievable.
Yeah. So guys, I think we're just gonna stay in Dreams POV. I say because it's easier this way. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna hold the match really quick. Did you want to go over their, kind of like their route really quick, or do you just want to go straight into the finals?
Whatever you want, you know, whatever you want. Let me pull it up, and we can discuss it a little bit. So, let's hop in. Let me pull up these players real quick as we see. So this Charizard player, 10-2, both players from France, by the way. So, big shout out to France. Magma Dreams as well as Frog EX and Numentale, both French players, both 10-2. Numentale playing Suicune Greninja, Dreams, of course, playing Charizard, as we just saw.
Where's
So let's take a look
Numentale?
here.
Where are they? Yeah. Okay. So you want to go over Numentale first? Holy moly! Literally all mirror.
Yeah. Numentale, in day one, actually lost to Flareon, lost to Dragonite. So two pretty strong counter meta matchups there against Suicune. But did beat Guzzlord, beat the mirror matchup, beat Giratina Darkrai, beat a Flareon, beat a Suicune. So in day one, played almost exclusively mirror matches. Did go 5-2, made it into day 2. Ever since then, in day 2 today, he beat 3 Suicune mirror matches to get to top 8, beat the Turbo Lightning Arceus, and then, as we saw last round, beat another mirror match. So 4 mirror matches today. Numentale now has to face down Charizard, an opponent that he has not faced once all tournament. Very, very interesting to see. Here's what I'm going to do real quick. Is I'm going to go into the metagame tab, and I'm actually going to take a look at these two Charizard players collectively with a record of 17-5, which is incredible. And as we see, by the way, I don't want to spoil anything here because this doesn't mean everything, Taj. But both of these Charizard players combined throughout this entire tournament, they have a combined record against Suicune and Greninja of 7-0. Go ahead, if you click matchup tabs there, you'll see that Charizard EX, these two players are 7-0, undefeated so far against Suicune. It might be looking like Charizard is the new
Is Charizard
big man on
back?
campus.
He's
back.
is
He's back. And again, it comes down to this. As you see, 0-2 against Oricorio. And then that's it. That's the only Oricorios that either player played all tournament, which is why both of them made top cut. Both of them, of course, lost because they can't beat Oricorio. But yeah, a deck list specifically
That's
built
so funny.
to be
They
strong.
just don't care. They just don't care about Ori.
Into Suicune.
You just don't
No,
care
we just
about
did.
Ori. You just.
But Numentale does play double giant cape though. That's right? Or
Numentale
does he play
is
Leaf?
the Leaf player, not the.
Ah,
double-
okay.
yeah,
The double
so-
giant cape might have been incredibly clutch if he had it. And now that I mentioned it, but it's all good. Anyway, yeah.
That is wild.
Absolutely insane stuff. Yeah. Sorry, I just talked about Dreams, not Numentale. Oh no, that was Numentale. Let's talk about Dreams' run. Dreams hit a variety of matchups in day one. Beat an Executor, beat Suicune, lost to Pikachu or Corio, beat Flareon, lost to Guzzlord. As we saw, that matchup can be a bit sketchy, but he did. We watched it beat Lucine in top 16.
Yep.
So he's 50-50 on the Guzzlords. Beat Suicune. So he's actually played 3 Suicunes already this tournament, and he's undefeated. So Yeah, he's going into this matchup 3-0 against Suicune. Beat multiple different Flareons, one in top 32 and one in top 4 that we just saw. Beat Giratina Darkrai in top 8. So basically, this Charizard player, guys, if anyone's curious, has beaten every single top meta deck in the entire game up to this point pretty consistently. I mean, he beat Suicune, beat Flareon, beat Guzzlord, beat Giratina Darkrai. Here he is in Grand Finals. Charizard looking to be the counter of the counter meta. Basically just being strong against everything at the sacrifice of auto losing into Oricorio. So, man,
I mean,
what
they
an
do have
absolute...
the Charmeleon for the Oricorio, but that does not
no,
do it.
no.
Yeah, so,
it's not a real.
yeah.
We're not.
So.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Right, cool.
Anyway,
so I think
let's do it.
I think we're gonna go, guys. This is gonna be the top. Oh, I was so into that match, I did not change the overlay. Sorry. So, okay,
good.
Cool. Give me 2 seconds, guys. We have to put on Dreams deck lists. So
yeah,
guys,
everybody like the stream. Everybody like the stream, guys. This is the moment. This is what it all comes down to. Taj, an incredible day 1 yesterday. And just an incredible day of competition. All leads up to today. Today's been a great stream. I feel like we've showed a variety of decks. A lot of the games have been pretty entertaining. Unfortunately for me, neither of the Flareon Jolteon players made it into Grand Finals. I think we had one in top 16, one in top 8, one in top 4, but or not one in top 4. Yeah, one in top 4.
Yep.
So it's okay. They didn't make it to finals. That deck performed extremely well today. Charizard ends up being the real story. Let's see. Can they go undefeated here in day 2? I'm really excited.
Here is the awesome part, right? Like you said earlier, right? The Dream has won against every single Suicune matchup, but lost every single Ori. And then again, picking a deck in a tournament is pretty big, right? So just kind of saying like, look, if you have Bird, I'm going to lose. Hopefully that the Birds don't make it to, again, like the Grand Finals. And again, kind of a risk, but that's again, what you're willing to take. Also, it's kind of fun that you're using Charizard versus the same old meta, right? So it is pretty sweet to see that. But now keep in mind, Dream says did make it through to the finals here. And it looks like, are they popped out yet? Are they starting? Let's see.
They might be looking to start. I'll have the judges.
They are searching right now. So they are searching. But guys, this is your Grand Finals. Like, keep in mind, we can tell them to start. You can tell them to start, by the way. Keep in mind, guys, this is the final 2 to 3 matches you guys are going to see in Pocket Mad's number 2. My name's Sajo. Again, you're going to see me casting pretty much everywhere. Maddie, thank you so much for allowing us to do this and use your platform for this.
W.
Yes. Now, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. The stats, everybody loves stats. Maddie loves stats, right? But remember, Numatale, one of the best players from France, navigating with one of the best, techiest, filthiest card draw, heals, right? Giratina, Greninja Ping. It almost has everything that is meta in TCG Pocket going up against, you know, again, good old Charizard, right? So again, Charizard might have won against all of the other Suicune Greninjas, but Numatale, one of the best. This is probably going to be one of the best Grand Finals. And I'm so excited to be casting with you, bro. The players did queue up. Now, again, this is literally going to be best of 3 here.
You go second.
Super excited. Yeah, and we are looking at Dream's POV here. We're going to wait until both players do get their Pokemon set up, but this is our Grand Finals, ladies and gentlemen. Winner takes this. Again, best out of 3. Super excited.
I'm nervous for some reason. I can picture the clickbait YouTube thumbnail right now.
We'll do the thumbnail around.
Envisioning it.
Oh my god.
Charizard secretly the best deck in the game. They're going to be like, what? What are you talking
but again,
about?
Maddie, this is the Grand Finals for you. Pocket Mad's tournament number 2. Winner takes all.
Let's go.
The Charmander start from Dreams here, not looking good.
It's actually not that bad though, because he is going second.
He is going second. Yeah. Okay.
So he can pivot, right? You can pivot for free. It's not that bad. Now we don't get turn 2. You know, well, actually, we can still turn 2 Soak Charizard. Yeah. So
also,
we whip on that Pokeball. It doesn't matter because we get double Pokeball stops. Let's go.
Yeah. So he's gonna get the Cleffa there because of the double Pokeball. Maddie, this is best of 3, right? Not best of 5, just to confirm. Best of 3, right?
Yeah, best of 3.
Okay, cool. Nice.
Correct. Yeah. Again, like you can't choose who goes first or second. Best of 5 would be funny, but I just don't think it really. It'd be more games, but it's not gonna change anything. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I maybe in the future we'll do best of 5. But anyway, he's gonna go in and be able to go into Cleffa and retreat because it's turn 2 here. I actually do like the turn 1 Mars, but again, I think he's kind of debating if I research here, maybe I draw into another research that furthers my odds of guaranteeing the Charizard on the following turn. But you also got to keep in mind that the Suicune player is also running his own, right? His own
Hand disruption.
Hand disruption. Yeah. So maybe you just Mars here and you hope for the best, quite frankly.
You do also have the Cleffa to allow you to get to your evolutions quicker, so maybe the Mars play is good.
Yeah.
So again, I do like this play in a sense better. You drop down the Charmander. You need to do an attack, Dreams. So I would get something going there.
I almost forgot.
Yeah. Does he get the Charizard? He does get a Charizard now. If Rare Candy is in hand, this could be really awful for Numatale. We'll see what Numatale does. Pokemon does come out. Only has 3 cards. And it's tough to know when to Mars and when to when to Mars for Numatale's side, but Numatale again, great player. Oh, but does get Greninja, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no.
Okay, he's got everything on the board at the moment, currently.
I like how Numatale also knows that probably Giratina is not going to win the game for him, right? Just going double Suicune, double Greninja.
Yeah. I don't think you have enough time. I don't think you have enough time to rely on Giratina. Okay, I'm curious. I'm curious now.
He does it. He pushes. He goes face.
Yeah, I'm just curious to see, like, because he's hitting for weakness, right? So Charizard is at 160. Like, there's a world where, you know, like he stokes here, Suicune attacks, but then, you know, the pings might add up. Or he might just commit an energy to the Suicune, right?
He could also repel.
And not even attack this turn.
He could also repel. We did see the repel drawn, so then it can't
but
attack.
if you KO the Cleffa, like what happens
No.
here is
I'm saying Dreams could repel so that he doesn't get attacked next turn.
Oh yeah, that is also a good point. Yeah, and you reduce a Pokemon on the bench, right? And he's only got 1 card in hand. Probably a smart play, Taj. I'm not gonna lie. It's actually a smart play. I would do that because if he doesn't have a basic, then that's 10 less damage. And also he can't attack you on the following turn, and then you get basically 2 attacks off. It's interesting. It's an interesting dynamic, you know what I mean? I feel I'm like nervous for these players, so I almost don't want to like
this is guys,
like, I don't even know what I would do.
Yeah, this is
right
entertainment, guys. This is Pocket. You guys understand this? Like this high level gameplay. Again, this isn't your like ranked bricking. Like this is Pocket. So
What's fun about Pokemon Pocket opposed to like other card games or like the official Pokemon card game is that the decisions can be like they happen and they have to be made so early. Like the game begins and you're immediately forced with important decisions, and it's absolutely phenomenal. It really is. It's a lot of fun. So now now what do you do, right? Maybe he has a leaf. Maybe he has this 1 leaf. That would be crazy. Oh,
the leaf.
Todd.
The leaf.
The plot armor. The plot armor is.
What is going on, dude?
This is why you run leaf. Better?
This is why you
would
run
make
leaf.
this better if he top decks a Lily. That would make this even better. The Lily top deck would seal the deal.
No,
for me.
it's gonna happen though. It's gonna happen.
No, there's no way.
It's gonna happen.
No
Dreams versus Numatale here.
There's no way. Stop.
Oh.
Okay. He is going to be able to get a free Stoke because he just happens to have Rare Candy Charizard again in hand, so he's going to be able to get a free Stoke off next turn. But again, there is the Greninja stuff, Well,
hold on.
Yeah,
ping?
I mean, this really could go any way because he can ping the Cleffa,
and then you
right?
could KO the Cleffa now, right? You ping and KO Cleffa.
Yep.
Oh, but also wait.
True.
Charizard can't
He's
get
got
repelled.
no energies on board.
Charizard can't get repelled, though, so there's no way to backline.
That's what I mean. So you can't KO Charizard here unless you ping with Greninja, and if you ping with Greninja, then you can't KO Cleffa the following turn. But Charizard has to stoke, so next turn you get a free ping on Cleffa anyway. So I think this game is kind of a lock, I'm not going to lie.
We'll see. I mean, again, it is
because he's got Greninja out.
Right.
No, but I just mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, so if you ping Charizard here, right? Am I wrong on my math? Oh, yeah, but he's got, what is happening, dude? 7. So does he have 7 cards in deck? Is that what I'm seeing? Wow, he's whiffed both lilies at this point. That's actually really
okay. So he pinged
really
there.
Crazy.
He pinged, or sorry. So Charizard's gone.
Wrong? No, so he starts this turn. Yeah, no, wait, I was wrong because he has Guzma in hand. This is crazy. So he actually just has it.
Yes. Well,
unless we see a second Rare Candy Greninja next turn.
Hold on. Yeah, I mean the Greninja Rare Candy could be. Oh, the Mars. Wait, what a Mars?
No.
Wait, repel doesn't matter.
The repel though?
Well.
It does, because he can just repel out Sabrina and then KO.
Oh my god. Oh.
He can KO. He can repel out Suicune. Sorry, not Sabrina. Dude, he just marsed out the
the reason
win con
why
for the win con.
I think the reason why Numatale did the Mars there is because like it's the last ditch effort, right? Like it's
Well,
just kind
yeah,
of
you always the way I think about it, Taj, is that if you have the ability to change the outcome,
Yes.
you do it, right? Because
Right.
you'll hate yourself if you never played it and you could have
exactly
played it, right?
right.
Yeah. But yeah, crazy that with repel. Did you have one repel or two in the deck?
Two Magma runs 2 repels.
Yeah, so maybe I wouldn't have Marsed, coincidentally, because we haven't seen any repel. Did we have? We haven't seen repel yet, right?
Wait, hold on. Wait, why is he repelling now though? Wouldn't you stoke?
It doesn't. Well, he
and
could
then
get
once you
Marsed,
can attack,
or-
then you attack the backline Pokemon, not the because you can't one shot.
Well,
So-
no, because if he does have Arcane Greninja in hand, then he loses. So if he, I guess
Nobody
that doesn't
can
matter
attack
either way,
right
does
now.
it? Yeah, you're right. I don't think he would, but it is what it is. Let's see what he does. Regardless, an incredible turn of events.
Brother, you got to stoke. Yeah.
This
This guy, dude.
I'm having a great time. I'm telling you what. Yo, shout out to everybody. Shout out to the 500, 600 people watching. You guys are incredible. A lot of fun, man. This has been just this Charizard deck is just a
Wait, hold on.
keeps fun. All right, let's see.
20, 40, 60. Oh, the Cyrus ping on Cleffa.
had it.
No.
He had it. He had it.
Oh,
That's crazy.
Wow. And guys, you
That's
see how we
crazy.
thought that was going to be in Dream's turn, but Numatali saying no, son.
He had it. The plot armor for Suicune is real. Game one. Game one. It's a
Well,
wrap.
so
I forgot Cyrus also could have done it. I totally forgot that.
Yeah.
But
So
But one Cyrus in the deck. But he didn't have that many cards in the deck either way, right? So
I guess
if you repel there-
yeah, reading the chat, I feel like
nah, but if you repel there, then you still like it just doesn't because it doesn't matter. Because if you repel, yes, he can't KO that turn, but then you can't win the game the following turn unless you top deck Guzma, because he's just gonna retreat and get a ping off on Cleffa. So you don't repel there. Because then you basically get rid of a win condition that you
that is
have
true.
in your
You're
hand. You just
getting
hope he
rid of
doesn't
your
have
win
it.
condition. You're preventing
Yeah.
a win condition for your opponent, but you're preventing your own
Yeah.
win condition, which is like
Yeah.
that
Because
is
he
true.
plays Guzma in the deck, but
Yeah.
you just don't do that.
Yeah.
He's going second again with Charmander lead. Very, very cool. I'll do my best to not say what he has in his starting hand. My bad. So let's. Oh wait, going first Suicune lead, huh?
Yes. So
Going first Suicune lead.
okay, so this is again,
Charmander's a little
this is
sketchy.
the finals here. Suicune lead is first, double char. Oh. Can Dreams pull off finding the Pokeball, finding the Cleffa? Because I think Cleffa is obviously the key player here.
Yeah. I'm honestly not, I know Numentali's streaming, so he's not watching our stream. But anyway, in principle.
So guys, here's the deal
Yeah.
here, right? We believe in our
We can
we believe in our players and our community to not stream snipe. If anybody
yeah.
does, so be it. There's nothing that we
But
can do
Taj
to
is hiding
prevent
the
that.
hands.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
still like because we could literally hide it while the draws come out, but that's gonna be bad for you guys, right? So it's more of just like it's more of just kind of a honor system, right? So
Yes. Oh, John also just mentioned, by the way, sorry, because I missed this too. He could water shuriken and
Froakie too. Ooh, yeah.
And Froakie, yeah. It would have, yeah. That's my bad. Okay. Anyway. But no, you're 100% right about that, Tosh. I'm just new to casting, so I forget sometimes what the audience knows and what they don't know.
Yeah. So now if Pocket gave us a straight up spectate mode with no hand shown, easy peasy. Right? I think that'd be sick.
I would love that.
Yeah. So, but again, guys, so here's the downside looking at Dream's start here, going first against Numatale. Numatale does get the energy on Suicune or whoever he wants to add it to. Pokemon does come out. I don't think Giratina is the play if he, does want to start with it. But not having
double
Cleffa.
Froakies?
Oh god, not having Froakie here. Also more draw to Numatale side. Ooh. Things are
he does
not...
keep active, but the double Froakie's 5 cards in hand kind of guarantees. It will be 6 cards in hand as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's really tough. Like, so the repel is funny, so he's just gonna bring up a Charmander that doesn't have that cape, which is fine.
Yeah.
Because if he does rare candy here, then he's stopping.
Also,
the
fun
okay,
fact.
So he also healed.
I was gonna call that. So Charmander did do the Ember. A lot of people are opting for Charmander Ember because it does 30 damage to basically KO babies. Yeah, and again, Charizard doesn't need that extra energy anyway because it stokes, right?
Yeah, right.
We do see the Pokeball here, which is really
We do
nice.
see the Pokeball.
Yeah.
That's big.
So Cleffa
It's
is
big
coming.
as well. The research might also get thrown out here. I don't know what else he would play, so I would play it.
Yeah.
But okay, so we're in the same kind of spot here. Wow. Okay. Oh, there's really not much we could talk about here. It really just kind of comes down to what gets drawn, I think, or played, right? Drawn from Magma here over the next few turns, but also what gets played here from Suicune. It really
I think
depends.
if we do see a Greninja from Numatale, it's gonna look really dark for Dreams.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
And then the draw engine from Suicune, just allowing that to keep going.
Because the Cleffa is like a liability, right? Especially
now,
with double Froakie on the board.
Yes. So
yeah.
Yeah,
that first game was very unfortunate for Charizard.
Now, here's the cool part, right? About our players and, again, high-level play. I'm going to give you this is the Tajoma one high-level play. He did Pokeball, and he didn't drop them on. So, you know what I mean? So, Numatale knows that there is a Cleffa in hand. So, like, he could know that that's there. It does get dropped, so now it is a Froakie target.
And the issue that he's facing here is that if he doesn't bench Cleffa and he just attaches to the Charmander, then Suicune doesn't even have to do anything. It can just sort of sit there, draw cards, and then draw into a couple of Greninjas,
and he's also
right?
thinning
you
his
can't
deck
play the
too.
slow game.
He's also thinning his deck too,
right.
getting the Charmeleon out there because he could have drawn Charmeleon next turn, and that would have been a thing. But again, the Greninja. Woo!
Yeah, it's not even luck. Like he just had it's so likely that he has one, right?
Like
he's drawn through half his deck. Like, the Mars is clutch here. That's probably the nail in the coffin unless we see something crazy from the Charizard player here. So really tough. Suicune, this last game, I would say Numatale got a little bit fortunate. This game just really just getting off to a dominant start. I just feel like the Charizard player just really didn't have a lot of hope, especially off that Mars there, not having either of the two cards needed to get into Charizard this turn. That basically means that you're going to have to spend a turn stoking in the active spot, which, theoretically speaking, could still lead to a win. But then you're going to rely on things like Lily. Hold on a minute.
Yeah, this could be.
He has the chance to do the funniest thing
here. Rare Candy into Charizard? Ooh.
Okay. All right.
I mean, he still has two more turns, in a sense, right? He basically could... Again, Numatale's only up by 1 point. So one Charmander would go down, but...
You're now hoping he doesn't have Cyrus. Then you're hoping that he doesn't have Repel. You're hoping that you also top deck the right cards. Like, it's looking...
Slim.
It's looking
slim,
tough, man.
But it's
after an undefeated 7-0 run from Charizard this tournament against Suicune,
it's pocket,
It's looking to be one of those deals, quite frankly. Coincidentally, what can happen here? I actually don't even mind the Repel play. If I'm being honest with you, like you could Repel, damage something, and then just maybe force him to burn an energy. That way, maybe he doesn't have a second attacker after you, KO potentially with Charizard. But it's all good. He's gonna hold on to it.
I like this because if a cape comes on a Suicune, then your Charizard can't KO, right? So
yeah, you do run Guzma though, right? So
that is true.
It's one of those things. So now, like, he has a backup attacker and he's got the pressure from Greninja. But like I said, the Irida comes down anyway. Not that it really matters unless we also see the cape here. So now we're really just forced to top deck. If we're look, and there's the cape. Yeah, so there you go. A bit of an interesting turn of events here. I'm trying to think, is there still a possibility? There is. If we see a Charizard here off the top deck, we can stoke in his face, and then, we can still work around this. We'll just see what this top deck is. This is probably going to be the game right here unless our man gets a little bit lucky. Yeah. All right, guys, listen. It was a great day today. This Charizard player and both of the Charizard players had an incredible run. Numatale just has the plot armor, and he played perfectly all tournament. But in this grand final set, I will say that he drew the Infinity Stones. He went full Thanos. He got all of them. Unbeatable. We can't go back in time to change the result of this game, unfortunately. So, shout out to Numatale. Incredible, to be fair. Out of all of the players to win this tournament, if you were to have told me that Numatale with Suicune...
Big second repel, by the way, coming out. We'll cast it anyway, Maddie. Big second repel coming through.
You never know. Like I said, right? I mean, technically, if you repelled that turn, you could have repelled again and been safe this turn. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that was the case, but, theoretically, would have been the case. No, because he could have just gone into Greninja. My bad. Anyway, incredible tournament, Taj. It's a shame that it had to go out that way, but... Suicune plot armor. Is anyone going to be surprised that Suicune won the tournament? No. Will people overreact that Suicune got first place? Yes. What they won't know is that Charizard, well, they will, if I'll tell them Monday, but Charizard kind of emerges as an incredible option in a metagame now that is heavily dominated by a few deck lists. Charizard seemingly really kind of storms in and shocks the world. On top of that, I think that the Jolteon Flareon deck, Taj, very validated by multiple performances this weekend. Definitely really, really fun to see. People are going to look at this two different ways in terms of a metagame perspective, right? They're going to say, well, Suicune won again. This meta sucks. Same meta. And then there's the people that actually understand what's going on, and they're like, wow, there's actually a lot of really interesting developments in the metagame right now. It's cool to see this much development happening this late in this metagame cycle. Yeah. So that's kind of my opinions about that. But anyway, Taj, I'll let you...
Yeah. So, Maddie, really quick, first and foremost, who do we want to rate on Twitch? Make sure you do that on your side. If we want to rate out, if we don't have to. Yeah. So we can take a pick or see anybody in the...
Is Ursi streaming her tournament?
Thank you for tournament, guys.
Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you.
First of all, hold on. Dreams, 1 second, yeah? Give me... Oh, the Dreams? Oh, hold on.
You here? Hello? Are we gonna get an interview?
Did you want to? We can try to grab him if you want to, but...
It's okay.
Okay, cool. We'll do it next time. It's our first tournament. So, but really quick. So, Maddie, let's see who we can raid onto it. If you want to. We don't have to, but...
Yeah, I assume like Numatale might end a stream.
yeah. Luchin is live. It's either Numatale or Luchin. They were in your tournament, so let us know. Right. But so ping it out or like let me know in our chat. I'll reading that too. But really quick though, guys, thank you so much for coming to the tournament, guys. Again, this was Pocket Mads number 2. Maddie, we will have one next week as well too. Same time, Saturday and Sunday. Are we changing that up? Or are we gonna?
No, yeah. So next tournament will go live. I'll be posting it tonight. I'll be advertising it again all week, and I'll post that all on Meta Monday tomorrow on the video. But yeah, if Numatale, because he's streaming on Twitch, if he is staying live, which hopefully he does,
cool. We'll go ahead. Send it over to Numatale. Okay, cool.
Yeah, we'll send it over to him as a little congratulations for getting first place.
Cool. Okay, cool. So we're gonna do that, but before, so guys, there is gonna be another tournament next week, guys. Make sure you guys sign up. If you guys are new players. Again, don't worry about it. When Pokemon, when Worlds did their TCG Pocket tournament, the first player, Cade, never ever did a grassroots tournament, and he won the first ever TCG Pocket at Worlds. So if you're a new player, doesn't matter. It's all about getting your draws, playing your outs, having fun, and then you could win a tournament too. Also, too, like it gives you experience for in the future. I never did a grassroots tournament, and I'm glad I did because I would have been so scared to actually make an IRL tournament. Oh, he actually did raid out to Valden, so just letting you know.
Right.
He did raid out,
yeah,
so,
I assumed he would be ending his stream.
Yeah. So again, guys, like if you guys please join up. We're trying to make it to 500 registrations. The next one, right, Maddie? I think we had like what 400 plus or something like that, which is absolutely insane.
Yeah, we had like 400 and almost 500 people register, and about 330,
nice,
40 people ended up into the tournament.
Yeah. So again, guys, super thankful again for the opportunity. Also, we want to thank our sponsor again, too, Five Family. For donating the prize pool. Again, if Matt, do you want to plug or do you want to share like if people want to donate for the next tournament, or do you want to?
Yeah, so we don't have an official sponsor, so I will be covering the prize pools. But if anybody wants to donate, we'll give you credit and everything, and it'd be massively appreciated. But if not, it'll be covered by me.
Cool.
So.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you guys do get at least minimal like a link in the Limitless platform, so you guys do get some sort of advertisement if you guys do advertise. So anything does help at that point. But my name is Tajoma. Again, you can see me casting pretty much any grassroots as well too. I do content on YouTube and Twitch as well too, but I'm mostly just casting every single org that needs casting. Again, my goal is to be a live caster. If TCG Pocket does go live, if not, all good. Again, I get casting experience, and again, I love it because why? I may not be the best player, but I love seeing you guys pop off and getting these insane plays, insane lines. But thank you so much to, again, all the admins that helped out, like Red, Lampbot, everybody as well, too, in there. If I haven't said any of your names, too. Thank you to all the players as well, too. Admins and judges and players. Again, if it wasn't for the players, we wouldn't have anything to cast. But the more important, thank you to you guys, the viewers. Again, we wouldn't have this without you, the community. So again, thank you guys for watching and supporting us, me as a content creator / caster, and also Pocket Mads as a caster as well as a content creator too. So we couldn't without the community, it wouldn't be anything there. But again, please sign up for next week. Join our Discord too, or join the Pocket Mads Discord. Link will be in the description. Don't forget to subscribe. And I think Maddie, we're good to go. Yeah, we'll send it off to
I think that's about it. Yeah. Big thanks to all of the judges, everybody, all of the mods, all of the judges that made the tournament happen, and all of the players. We'll be back next week on Saturday, probably around the same time. I highly recommend, playing because this was a lot of fun, and I think that the meta is developing in such a fun way. Of course, that's really all I care about. I'm such a meta shill. That's all I'm talking about. No, it was a lot of fun, but it's just I think it's going to continue to become even more interesting as time goes on. So. Keep that up. Who do you think we should raid here? Numentali went off live, but Luchin is still on live.
Luchin's still live, yeah. So we'll give a raid on there on Twitch. But for YouTube, we'll just end it there too, right? So, but
yep. Should I start the raid now, or like how does that
yeah,
work?
Yeah. You can start the raid on Twitch, but I think we'll be ending, guys. So thank you guys so much again. Maddie, appreciate it. Oh, guys, I will be actually not here next week. We'll figure that out with Maddie, but I'll be at Milwaukee Regionals. So if you guys are at the Pokemon Milwaukee Regionals, let's be super sick. Let me know in Discord. But again, thank you guys. Appreciate you guys. Have a great weekend. We will see you guys next week or in the next Maddie video. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And it looks like we're rating out on Twitch.
Yep. We have rated Luchin.
All right, cool. So we're rating also. Okay, bye. Bye, YouTube. Take it easy, guys. See you later.
Bye, guys.